Hey, kiddo. Well, little Git done showed me a photo that, enlightened me to your little situation. Look, you know where you stand, and I know where you stand with what you know about certain anthropological truths. Look, you're a disgusting person with no values whatsoever, okay? That's all I can say. I'm not going to yell at you. The truth of the matter is, our friendship was perfect. I wanted our friendship back. Clearly, you didn't want our friendship back.
No, James, she did not want your friendship back. Good evening. Welcome to the LolCow Ranch. This is going to be a very, very special episode of the LolCow Ranch. This is for James. James, I understand. All right? I'm looking right into your eyes right now, James. Okay, I understand your pain. Okay, I see what's going on below. You understand that Eliana and Daniel are definitely together now. Okay? So you need to accept defeat. Okay? This is the end of the line for you and Eliana. Okay? Now, James, you know that I love you. Okay? I will always love you, James. I'll be there for you. I'm going to protect you. I'll protect you from those nasty trolls that have been hurting you. Okay? I promise. You have a home on the LolCow Ranch, buddy. So you know what? I'm going to take a little bit of a change of pace from my normal skewering. I'm going to skewer this first video one-on-one with you, James. Okay? And then I'll join the Discord in a little bit. But for now, I want the pleasure of skewering you all by myself.
Hey, kiddo. Well, little Git done showed me a photo that, enlightened me to your little situation. Look, you know where you stand, and I know where you stand with what you know about certain anthropological truths.
And what would those anthropological truths be, Mr. James Robert Clark III?
Look, you're a disgusting person with no values whatsoever.
Oh, I take offense to that, James. You know that I'm your huckleberry.
Okay? That's all I can say. I'm not going to yell at you. The truth.
I appreciate that you not yelling at me, because let me remind you, James, every time from now on that you think you're making a video for your beloved Eliana, you're really talking to me. I'm the one who loves you, James.
The truth of the matter is, our friendship was perfect. I wanted our friendship back.
Oh, we'll have our friendship back, James, I promise.
Clearly, you didn't want our friendship back. Clearly, this situation is more important to you than our friendship ever was. Okay? Uh, Whatever. I mean, I don't know what to say. I know where you stand. You know where you stand. And you can lie to yourself for the rest of your life to justify the poor choices that you've made. And you will. And, that's your choice.
That's my choice. Yes, it is, James. But, James, I'll forgive you. Okay? I understand. You're a little bit down, you're a little bit depressed. But I love you, James.
Choice is to try and lie and justify every stupid choice that you make. Okay? And that's fine. You did this with the religious nonsense. Well, you can't hide from facts with religion.
Well, facts are optional, James, but if you want to enlighten us about your religious, you know, then tell us.
Can't do it. The truth is, no matter what, I'm coming down in March.
Oh, you're coming to Colorado, James? Well, you know what? I'll tell you what, I'll take you to a dispensary. How about that, James? Even better, I'll take you to Denver. I'll take you to a mushroom dispensary. That should clear your head, James. I think that, once you get some mushrooms in you, a good healthy dose, that'll help you see things straight.
Okay? Whether you're down there or not, I really don't know.
Oh, I'll be here in Colorado. Trust me, James.
I don't know if you're still going to be in, LA with this guy, or if you are truly betrayed every value you had and moved to England. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't thought about England. I might consider it. I'd have to, be close to Hatman, because, quite frankly, everyone else in the United Kingdom would be repulsive as hell to me and Hatman, so.
If you're not down there, if you're not in your country, it doesn't matter. I'm not coming down to be with you at this point.
Oh, James. If you're coming to Colorado, not to be with me, then what are you coming to Colorado for, then?
That's the truth. If you want to meet me as my friend, I'm totally willing to meet you as a friend.
Oh, I'm willing to meet you as a friend too, James. No? How about that?
Totally willing to meet you as a friend. But that's up to you. You probably don't consider me your friend. You probably never did. And what's sad about that is throughout this whole thing, who's been your friend?
Well, you know that I've been your friend, James. And more than your friend, I've been your lover.
Me. Who has stuck by you? Me.
I'm sticking by you too, James.
Who has chose to calm down because I found out that you were having a situation due to the videos that I was being encouraged to make and belittled into making and all this other stuff. You have to understand, you've gone out of your way to make my life as difficult as possible because I love you.
And I love you too, James. And I wish we didn't make our lives as difficult as, possible for each other. But you know what, James? I'll forgive you.
Right? That's what you did. You've gone out of your way, you've done everything in your power that you possibly could do to make my life as difficult as possible because I love you.
Oh, James, you know what? I really did act like a fool, trying to make your life as difficult as possible. But you know what? I promise, lover, I'll do better.
You're not a very good friend, are you?
Well, you know what? I have my flaws and I have my faults, James. But I promise to be a better friend to you.
Think about that.
I will think about that, James.
I've stuck by you throughout all of this. I've forgiven you for all of this.
And I appreciate that, James.
I can't forgive you for this.
Well, why not, James? I mean, I've forgiven you for a lot of things.
I can't. It shows how weak your will is, how incompetent your ability to comprehend reality is.
Well, I can comprehend reality just as well as everybody else.
How much you refuse to accept reality on reality's terms.
I'm sorry that I was the one that was refusing for so long, but you know what, Jimmy? I finally have seen the light. That light in your beautiful dark brown eyes.
You are just a horrible person.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jimmy. I promise I'll be less of a horrible person to you.
You're a horrible person. Deep down, you are a terrible person.
Oh, I know, Jimmy. I've been a very terrible person. Don't punish me too bad, Daddy.
The way you treated me for being your friend, that's what you did. You punished me for being your friend. It's unforgivable. It doesn't mean I'm not your friend. I'm always going to be your friend.
I'll always be your friend too, James.
Always. I promised you I'd always be your friend, and I always will be your friend. For better or worse, I'm your friend, and it don't get worse than this.
Oh, I know. It's been pretty rough, James. For better or for worse, I'm your friend too, James. And your lover.
Okay? But look, you made some really stupid choices, starting with going on Daywave. That was the first stupid choice you made. And then you've made a series of stupid choices. after stupid choice, after stupid choice, after stupid choice. To do what? To make my life miserable? Because I care about you?
Oh, I do care about you, and I'm sorry that I went on Daywave today, but you know what? I just had to. I had to explain my love for you, James.
That's what you did to me? You just don't care. You don't care. I've been your friend the
For the whole time, James.
whole time. Clearly, you stopped being my friend a very long time ago. A very long time ago. And no, I can't forgive this. And when I get down there, I will find somebody that hasn't completely betrayed every value that she has.
Oh, I'm sorry about betraying all my values, James, but when I'm with you, you're my only value.
You are truly disgusting. Truly disgusting.
I'm sorry that I discussed you, James, but you know what? I can be better for you.
You have no conviction whatsoever. You want to talk about how I'm a Satanist? Number one, I'm not a Satanist. I'm a scientific pantheist. But at least when I was a Satanist, I was a Satanist.
Well, James, it doesn't matter if you're a Satanist or if you worship God or whatever. James, our love is always going to be our love.
You are the fakest Christian on the face of this earth that I know of.
Oh, James, I know. You know what? It's hard to be, something that the rest of the world doesn't understand, but they understand you and me, Jimmy.
You are so phony. You are the phoniest person I know. You put out this big charade about it, all this nonsense. You are pathetic.
Oh, James, I don't want to be pathetic. Oh, how can I not be pathetic, James?
You are truly pathetic in so many ways and fake. Very fake.
Well, I promise I'll be more real to you, James, so that our love can be more real.
I gave you a choice. You could have been real with me. We could have had a real life together, but you'd rather live a fake life with a fake person.
Oh, James, you know what? You're right. I've been living my life as a fake person for so long, and now I want to be real with you, James. You're the one I love.
Okay? All you care about is vanity. All you care about is looks and money. Well, then you get what you deserve. You know what reality on reality's terms is. You know what your true values were, or were they your true values? Or were you just pretending to care the whole time? Is that what it was? You pretended to be my friend. You pretended to care about me. You pretended to care about certain political opinions that you think you had.
Oh, James. You know what? I won't let politics get between us again, Jimmy. And I'm sorry that it seems like your mouth just isn't in sync with your voice, but I forgive you for that too, Jimmy, because I love you.
Are you really this fake of a person? Is that what I'm to believe? That you're a complete phony? Everything about you is fake and you're this pathetic? All of your work to promote fascism?
Oh, James, you know what? Fascism is but a red herring, James. You and me, we could rule the world side by side, hand in hand, James.
Do you remember the pages and groups you had to promote fascism? Do you remember the promotion of racial reality? You promoted racial reality. You're the one that said blah 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 single mom.
Oh, James, you know what? I'm sorry about that, but I had to say something to get my foot in the door with you.
Not me. Not me. In fact, you were far more um, keyed in to racial reality than even I was. I was the one while you were sucking up to white supremacists to try, oh, I'm white, I'm white, I'm white, I'm white.
Well, James, you know what? I realize now that you and we're not truly white. We're pink. We're a very pinkish tone. Because an albino is a white person, Jimmy. We're not albinos. We're pink people. You and we'll share our pink love together.
What did I tell you? You're not white and it doesn't matter.
You're right, Jimmy. I'm not white. I'm pink.
You're a decent person. You're a good and decent person with good and decent values, and that's why I like you.
Oh, James, thank you. I'm so touched that you've come around and that you like me now.
Because of who you are, not what you are.
That's right, James. I've always said it's because of who you are and not what you are.
Do you remember that? I would continually tell you that while you were sucking up to neo-Nazis.
Well, James, I'm sorry about the whole sucking up to neo-Nazis, but Jimmy, I promise I'll be faithful to you.
Okay? And now you do this? You go complete 180? You have zero values. You're a disgusting person. Plain and simple.
Oh, James, I'm sorry if I'm so disgusting to you, but I'm trying to clean myself up for you. I want to be clean, Daddy.
I'll be down in March. Make up your mind. You know, you act like I'm threatening you. No, I'm not threatening you. I don't even, at this point, if this is the way you behave, if these are the kind of people you associate with, if these are the kind of people you touch, I don't want anything to do with you.
Oh, James, I'm heartbroken now. Okay, I promise I'll give all of those other people up so that I can be with you, James.
But I will have something to do with you as my friend, because I have always considered you my friend, unlike you.
Oh, you know what? Now I do consider you my friend and my lover, James.
Unlike you. Absolutely disgusting. You are so vile. It's absolute. You have no values whatsoever. None. No values. And you do nothing. You don't even care that you have no values. You just are a hedonistic. I'm not going to say it. You're just a hedonist.
Oh, James, I am a hedonist, but we could be hedonists together, couldn't we? Please?
You go for the most base, primal, animalistic thing you can find.
Ooh, Daddy, you're starting to really get me excited.
You are nothing but a disgusting hedonist. That's all you are, pretending to be a Christian, pretending to be a good little Christian girl.
Oh, you found me out, James. You know what? Yes, I am the hedonist hiding among the flock.
You're a hedonist. And you expect me to what? What do you expect me to do? Not judge you? Not stand in judgment of you?
Well, James, I won't judge you anymore. I promise.
No, no, no. I will stand in judgment of you. You deserve to be judged.
Oh, James, well, don't judge me too hard, okay, Daddy? I'm going to join the Discord now. Screen share going for that. Alright. So, now I'm going to be in the voice Discord, and you can go ahead and join me in there, and we'll skewer the rest of Jimmy's videos for today. Ah, Jimmy. I had to clear my throat, Jimmy. You just had something coming up, warm, wet, and sticky inside my throat, Jimmy. Made me think of a special surprise you're going to give me later tonight, Daddy. Hi, ASTSS. How are you this evening?
Yeah, today's a rough day, a long one.
I know.
And I see all these notifications on Discord. And I just got giddy.
I know.
And I said, oh, man. And I knew exactly what happened I just saw the notifications. And I thought, oh, today was the day Eliana went on date with me.
Yeah.
And sure enough, that was what it was.
Oh, James. I know. It hurts. It hurts seeing Eliana going on day wave with Daniel, doesn't it? But she's with
Well, I mean,
Daniel. She's with Daniel,
it
and now you're with me, Jimmy.
it offends every sensibility he has. I mean, he can dress it up any way he wants, but it's his socially appropriate way on YouTube to basically say that she's an N-bomb lover. That's all he's saying.
Oh,
You
I
know,
hope.
to him,
I hope
to
I
him,
offend. I hope I offend more of his sensibilities tonight.
yeah.
So,
I mean, to him, her kissing a black guy is the most offensive thing that possibly could happen.
yeah.
It is the worst possible thing. A British black guy, nonetheless. That is the worst possible thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the only thing that she could do worse than that is, you know, bring two boyfriends on, say she's in a throuple, and the other guy is, a Mexican, and that his head would explode. You know, I mean, he's just, regardless of any of his, clinical or cognitive issues. I mean, at his true core, regardless of all that, he's a racist. I mean, we've always known that about James, and it took some jostling for that to really kind of come out in a very significant way. I mean, he tries to talk that he's, educated and learned, but it's all based in, primal rednecky KKK, John Spencer bullshit. I mean, that's where he's at. So,
Well, hopefully my love for him will cure him of this. So,
I doubt it.
Oh my goodness. So
He already stalked. He already stalked her social media to find another guy named Daniel, and it's not the same black guy. So obviously, it's all a lie.
tonight we are all Daniel.
Kind of like V for Vendetta. I'll just get we should all just get Finn Balor masks.
This next video is called "No Matter What, I'm His Friend." You people need to whatever. So
I was told to just, wish my friend the best and leave her alone. Well, you see, the thing is, I have left her alone, more or less. Okay, it's you people that keep bothering me.
Oh, Jimmy, I promise they won't bother you again because I will protect you from them. Oh, Jimmy.
Okay, so that's number one. Number two, no, I was very clear with my friend. I can't escape the results of her actions. By her going on Daywave and her lying about my friendship with her and her saying I was stalking her, which was a lie, I can't escape that. I have women now all throughout the world that I'm trying to date that think I'm a stalker, that think I'm a serial killer, that think all these things about me because she lied about me. Okay?
Oh, Jim, where to begin with that?
Well, let's point out the obvious. So,
Yeah.
James's thought is, if I say very publicly in a million videos that I mean her no harm, and harm comes to her, no one will ever think it was me.
Yeah.
Well, James, let me tell you, no matter what, they're going to think it's you, even if it wasn't you. So you better hope nothing ever happens to her because you're the fall guy.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like there's a treasure trove of videos and evidence and years of stalking. I mean, you don't call it stalking, you call it friendship. You can dress that pig up any way you want, put lipstick on it, but in the end, I don't think anybody's gonna see it your way, So you better hope nothing ever happens to that girl, because you mean deep shit, James.
Oh,
And
yeah.
all your videos claiming you mean her no harm. Nobody's gonna buy that bag of bullshit for all the coin in the world, man.
Yeah.
For all the pesos, for all the pounds, it doesn't matter. I mean, so you just drop that act right away.
And
Because your mask is slipped off today, James.
Yeah, they caught Jussie Smollett because he was friends with his quote unquote attackers, and they had him, sending text messages. So, James, even if you try to send somebody in Argentina, we will know it was you. Okay? We will know it was you. You will never get anywhere near Eliana. I promise you that. So, what's with the bots tonight invading our chat? Are they the Russian bots again? I don't know. Yeah, I got a special something I wanted to copy. There we go. And paste. So any Russian bots, copy and paste this, please. And have your Russian friends follow us on the Laughing Cow Ranch. Let's get back to this Laughing Cow.
People wouldn't have thought that if she didn't lie about me and give you people the ammunition that you needed to cook up these false allegations against me that unfortunately many women, especially those that don't speak English as a first language, tend to believe.
James, no matter what language they speak, they will know you're bullshit. Okay? I can promise you that. I will put Google captions in every language possible to my videos from now on, James, so that no matter what language you are watching this video from, they will know who James Robert Clark III really is. Okay?
The other reason I'm not giving up on her is she needs to understand that regardless of how badly she's treated me, there is someone that will always be her friend no matter what. And that's the truth. I was always her friend, and I promise to be her friend forever, and I will be her friend forever. That goes without saying.
James, you need to understand that the friendship ended more than 7 years ago. It ended the moment that you started asking Eliana to see her in Polynesian outfits 2 weeks after you were pretending to be suicidal with her. James, that was how your friendship ended. It was never ever coming back from that point on. That's what ASDSS and I have been trying to tell you through all of our videos, okay?
The other thing is the gentleman stating that she's allegedly marrying a Latino. Number one, my friend was very clear on the fact that the gentleman was black. Number one, that she was very clear on the fact that he was black. Number two, this shows that this person commenting, this girthy Englishman, uh, you know, it proves that he doesn't know the situation and that he's just adding this in to bother me. Number three, this isn't about race. This is about betrayal.
Okay, so even though it is about race to James, it's not really about race. It's more about betrayal. He's considering the subconscious betrayal of Eliana was, met me in a quote unquote Nazi chat room. And then, now here she is 7 years later kissing a black man. That's the betrayal to him. That's what he considers the betrayal. And who cares where you met Eliana or what you claim the chat room was about, okay?
Okay? What many people don't know, and I'll say it right now, I think one of the issues that my friend has with me, and it might actually be the crux of the whole reason, or the crux. I'm sorry, I don't want to have my English picked apart.
Yeah, I was about to pick him apart for Crux as well, but I think, you know what? He's trying to mispronounce words on purpose just to be that tad bit insulting, that little passive aggressiveness to him. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Part by girthy Englishmen. But the crux of the whole situation, I think, with my friend is that I believe my friend is part black. Doesn't bother me. She knows it doesn't bother me. I've told her it doesn't bother me. I also believe that her child may be part black, and that's definitely her child. I've offered to adopt the child. I have no problem with the child being part black. This isn't about race, this is about betrayal.
Again, he's considering it a betrayal that he, a white man, cannot be with an Argentinian woman because now the Argentinian woman has renounced her her past affiliations, with whatever chat room she was in, and now is kissing a black man.
This is about her actions towards me for no good reason. She had no reason to treat me the way that she did. Regarding political opinion, she and I don't have political opinions. We have the recognition of certain economic, social, and anthropological truths that we choose to express politically.
The might is right philosophy. Basically, it doesn't matter what color the skin is, as long as you're strong enough to take what you want from the weaker person and keep dominating over them. That's what matters. Might is right. So,
There are certain truths, economic truths, anthropological truths, etc., that she and I understand, fully understand. Okay? And I want that to be known. Her political views are not, oh, I just believe these things. No, no. These are things that you know, not that you believe. Okay?
James, a friend of mine has, a very good saying. Democracy is we took a vote and we're taking your bicycle. A republic is my bicycle is my personal property and can only be taken under the due process of law. That's basically, the difference between democracy versus a republic, James.
So let's get that straight. Also, don't tell me what to do or I'll block you. Somebody had the great idea to tell me what to do. Well, you know what? You're blocked. Don't tell me what to do. Another thing is, if she was truly moving out of Argentina, she wouldn't care if I was going to Argentina. And the fact of the matter is this. When I come to Argentina, I am not planning on seeing her for the gazillionth time unless she wants to see me on her terms. Everything is about it.
It's always about it being on her terms with James. He always wants to throw that little option to Eliana that, oh, I'm coming down to Argentina. It isn't about you, but if you want it to be about you, then, we can hook up, kind of thing. Oh, James.
I don't trust any of you people on the internet. I never did. I don't.
Then if you don't trust the people on the internet, why the fuck are you making these stupid ass videos, James? There's the real truth that I'm going to give you tonight, all right? I may have confused you with that, whole acting bullshit thing that I did for the first video. It's because I'm an actor, James. I can do those kinds of things. James, you need to cut this bullshit out, okay? If you think that it's the trolls attacking you because of your videos, then stop making the fucking videos, and then you won't have trolls attacking you.
I don't even trust what she says over the internet because I don't know for a fact that she's saying it in an uncoerced manner. I don't trust anything unless she says it to me. If she's with this dude, she's with this dude. I actually have my doubts about that. That picture didn't really look all that convincing to me.
James, that was on Daywave, all right? That was Eliana and Daniel calling in video conference on Daywave, all right? That is as real as it gets. That photo that you see below me on the screen, that is real, James. This is how this is coming to an end.
Okay? So I have my doubts regarding that, and ultimately the truth is I'm her friend no matter what. Now, she might have never been my friend. That might be the truth. I don't believe that's the case. I mean, she seemed to really be my friend. She seemed to really care about me.
James, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to suggest to my talent agent that they put me on Saturday Night Live with a special segment dedicated just to you and me. And I am going to pick apart your videos to a national audience, James. How about that?
She seemed to hang on my every word.
I'll have access to a whole bunch more video graphics and a crew that can actually, show what I want them to, see, James. It'll be beautiful. I've had these. You know what, ASDSS? This is weird. Way back, way before I was having any kind of seeing these videos of James Robert Clark, I had these weird dreams about being on Saturday Night Live as like a cast member, and I was thinking to myself, is this a premonition of something? Is this kind of like, uh, is this something like is my subconscious saying, hey, you should work to this goal? Maybe I should work to this goal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think for him, it's he just
Yeah.
when you try to do anything in life, when you've put your heart, your soul, your time, your effort, your money, your everything into something, it becomes a too big to fail situation. And I don't even think it's about her anymore. It's just about seeing it to the end and trying to hit the goal. Because if he has to go back and reassess this and say, did I really just waste almost 10 years of my life? When it's all said and done, we're getting like the needle in 10 years probably. Did I really waste almost a decade of my life in a pursuit of nothing?
Yeah.
And that is an ungodly difficult pill to swallow when you realize that you've chased something for 10 years and you didn't even come close. And like when you're chasing a person, it doesn't matter how much effort, how much sleepless nights. It's not like a job. It's not like you creating your own business or doing something where you are in control. You're not in control of another person. You dedicated just 10 years of your life to the pursuit of a person that you had lost the minute you decided that sending ink and princess pictures and fucking cosplay bullshit to her was a good idea. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you blew, you shot your shot and you missed horrendously a long time ago. And
he's making up for it ever since. It's always about fixing what his mistake was back then. And
I mean, he's no, this is just I'd say an extreme version of, your random Tinder guy, where it's like, hey, you want to fuck? And they're like, no. And they're like, fuck you, you're ugly anyway. But that
right.
usually lasts about 5 seconds, where
Mm-hmm.
this has gone on for 7 years. And I I don't think that he's going to get it. And I'm sure after pacing around his apartment for the next 12 hours, working this out in his head and trying to readjust the script, he'll come back and have a whole bunch of conspiracy theories as to what's really going on, because the truth is just too impossible to digest at this point. So
Yeah, he has not taken today well. I'm sure that the moment he saw AP on Daywave, he thought trouble's coming, and then he sees Daniel and Eliana on Daywave with AP and Royce and everybody else, and trouble's arrived at that point. His heart must have been racing like, you know, 100 beats per minute easily. He was just panicking. He he didn't understand what was happening. He must have really, really freaked out when Eliana was, saying that she was watching my videos. That was like, holy shit. Did I just hear what Eliana said she said? Kind of thing. It's like, and I thought about it, and I was like, with great power, with great fuck people power comes great fuck people responsibility now. I can't let, Eliana's praise get to my head now. So I have to keep focusing on Jimmy. I have to keep focusing on deconstructing this prick. So, hi,
what I
Maureen.
what I think
Mhm.
what's up, Maureen? What I think's really interesting too is that of all the people that he hates the most, he cannot stand Royce, obviously, because he blames Royce for everything, because he was the first one to bring her out of the shadows, and then he couldn't,
Yep.
harass her in private anymore.
Hmm.
But I still, to this day, can't understand what his hate, like his deep, deep hate for Jeff Vader is. That's the one thing that I cannot understand the historical context of something Jeff said
It's a
rubbed him
I
rubbed him worse than anyone else. I mean, he hates Jeff more than he hates Batman, for God's sakes. I mean, I find that just and AP, I just find it really and Mersh. I mean, he hates Jeff.
Yeah.
He hates Jeff. He hates Jeff. I don't know why he hates Jeff. Jeff, if you're there, you know why he hates
Come
you,
on
dude.
in.
Come
Come
in the
on in.
Discord because
Yeah,
I'd like to know why he hates you the most.
he's
'Cause
permanent. He is permanent wrenched here. So yeah, all the big
he's
hitters are permanent
so angry
wrenched.
with Jeff.
So
He wants to cage fight Jeff more almost as much as Royce, and I can't understand it because I don't understand. Jeff must have said something to him that rung something in his mind that he couldn't escape, and it was nagging at him. There was something that Jeff said that probably made sense that he can't explain away, and that's why he hates Jeff, because Jeff's comment is stuck in his head somewhere. So Jeff said something to him that's really bothered him. I think that Jeff, of all people, got to him, and I don't know what it was because, he even posted, Eliana and Jeff talking on the comments section. I mean, that was the first one he posted. He's just so pissed about it, and he just fucking hates Jeff. I don't know if it's just because you're Jeff. I don't know if it's because you're British. I don't know what he just has the worst disdain for you, man.
I think at first, because Jeff really wasn't, speaking a whole bunch, and you were only hearing AP doing the Jeff Vader kind of thing. So you get this first sense that that's what Jeff Vader sounds like. But then when Jeff Vader comes on my show and you really start talking to him, and Jeff is laying on just tons of truth onto James about, how fake, Galena was, and, how easy it was for him to be taken in by that. That's what really sets James off, is finding out from, Jeff's own voice, from his real voice, that what, I'm not hopping on. It's like 5 a.m. Yeah, Jeff, do they have those sunrise semester programs on British television like they have in American television? 5 a.m. They have a program. It's called Sunrise Semester. It's usually for the farmers, so that they, show like agricultural based stories, and they show like the commodity prices from New York and Chicago from like the previous day, and what trading indexes and stuff like that. So, just consider this like sunrise semester, but it's with James. Jeff. It's like
My
five.
thought, my only thought as to why James hates Jeff is that Jeff is very thoughtful when he
Yeah.
talks. Like, he doesn't wait. He's not like me where we just talk and talk. So Jeff leaves nothing for James to pick apart. Like, he just gives it to him straight
Mm-hmm.
in a factual way, and leaves nothing open interpretation where he can go back and try to pick it apart and find a semblance of a spin. And I think that that's probably the most annoying thing, is that he can't argue with Jeff. There's not enough content for him to like roll it around in his head and come up with the one thing that people are wrong about, and then just fixate on that, because Jeff's just giving him point blank one sentence bullets, and it's probably extremely annoying to someone like James, who has to rationalize or irrationalize everything. That's the only thing I can think of as to why he has such vitriol for Jeff, because he's the one person that he's found a really hard time arguing with, because he doesn't give him anything to argue. He doesn't give him any counterpoint to debate. He's like, well, here's the fact, James, and James is like, fuck, like it's just too short. It's just,
Yeah.
there's no wording to pick apart. Like, James looks for wording. He's not black, he's Hispanic now, and then he just lynches on that. Just latches onto things. So, but yeah, Jeff, I understand. I always forget that I remember you're English, but forget that you're in England. So I'm sure it's late as hell.
It is late as hell. It's like almost like, I think, 6 his time, because it's like 12:45 Eastern. That would make it 5:45 their time. So it's almost 6 their time, I think. So Jeff must be a night owl, so it's understandable that he needs to get some sleep. Oh, the damn bots are back. Wait a minute. There we go. All right, I want to get back to the video here.
When I was friends with her, she cared greatly for me. She respected me a great deal. Look, I can't control what she does or doesn't do, but she does need to know that no matter what, I'm here for her, regardless of the dumb crap that she's done.
You see, he's once again trying to blame Eliana for everything, for going on Daywave, for, exposing the truth about him, you know, for Galena, for Hatman, for everything. He is just so fixated at this point that he doesn't understand when it's over, when he should have called it quits 7 years ago, when he should have called it quits 6 or 5 or 4 years ago. He is just, he is so enthralled with this. I don't get it.
Whether that includes going on Daywave, whether it includes choosing somebody that is clearly unsuited for her, it doesn't matter to me what she does. I'm her friend no matter what. And she needs to understand that there is somebody in this world that no matter what she does, I'm here for her, regardless of anything. And no, I can't put everything behind me because the choices she made, I can't put this behind me. This will follow me forever because.
Yes, it will follow you forever now, James, because you let it get to this point. You made 7 years worth of videos, which you've insisted on making. You don't understand that, you keep taking an eyedropper and you keep, taking a drop out of the ocean every day, and you keep thinking that that's going to somehow, slowly start to, lower the tides so that, you can go further and further on the beach. James, 7 years of videos has clouded your mind because you don't understand how to say it's over. Christian, when he would come across a gal pal that he was fixated on, and then it wasn't going well for him, Christian knew when to call it quits and move on to a new gal pal. Why hasn't James tried to at least try to find somebody else that's worthy of his attentions and affections? So I'll get back to the video.
Of her, because of her choices. That was her choice to go on Daywave. It was her choice to lie about me. It was her choice to continually lie about me. She can't take any of that back now. And I can't take any of it back now. She chose to do those things. That was her conscious choice to go on Daywave and to say those lies about me.
And James, it was your conscious choice to make 7 years worth of videos stalking Eliana. Okay? You're talking about conscious choices, James, but yet you're the one making the conscious choice to press record, press stop, press upload on your phone. Those are the only three things you know how to do with your phone, and you've only and you that's all you've done for 7 years on this.
And to continually lie about me for many, many months. Okay? I didn't make her do that. She chose to do that. Okay? I can't let it go. It's impossible for me to let it go.
Why is it impossible for you to let it go, James? James, I would not let a broken relationship go on as long as it has for you, okay? There's no point in seeking a broken relationship when you've been told you're not what they're looking for, okay? It's not going to work. So why keep trying to make it work?
Because it has followed me. As Royce Lopez said, the internet's forever, right? Well, that's her fault. She put those things out there. And she released private everybody wants to say, oh, I should take down those posts of her saying the racialistic things that she said. Well, you know what? She said those things. And I'm glad she did say those things. And I'm glad that I have record that she said those things.
Why is that? Did you have screenshots? James, are you trying to play emotional blackmail now with Eliana with those screenshots? because that's kind of what your mentality is. You're holding on to those old screenshots from 7 years ago. Eliana probably cracking jokes, in a woke chat room, for lack of a better word, and you think that you're going to hold those little items as, you do what I say or I expose you cards. That's not how the internet's going to work for you, buddy. James. All right, I'm just going to get back to this video.
But more importantly, she's the one that went on Daywave, and she's the one that showed them private things that I sent her.
And James, the reason she went on Daywave was to take away the power that you were holding over her with those screenshots, with those emails. Okay? James, she turned the tables on you, and she turned them good.
Purposely leaving out a lot of the stuff that she said. On purpose, of course. And that was a private communication between she and I. Private communication.
Oh, okay. So if it was a private communication between she and I, then your other private communications between you and Eliana don't matter then. Is that it? You're saying that those other private communications, that you can pick and choose which private communications you're going to hold Eliana to? That's fucking bullshit, James. No girl.
James,
Yeah.
you're a grown ass man. The only private privileged communications you have is with your doctors, your shrink, your therapist, and your lawyer. Everything else is fair game.
That's right, James. James, you know what? If Eliana wants to share your private
And your
messages,
priest,
yeah.
and your priest, I guess, to a degree. That's about all you got, buddy.
You know what? From watching some Law and Order episodes, I have heard that like a priest does have like some obligation to like report a crime if they, uh,
Well, so does
so does the
therapists, and so do
psychiatrist.
social workers and psychiatrists. But
You know,
you know, when he's saying, yeah, that was private, that was between us. You can't share it with the world. Sure, she can, especially if you're creeping her the fuck out. She can share whatever she wants. She can say, "Hey, world, look at this wackadoo and what he's been doing to me for the past, better part of half a decade."
Yeah.
So your argument doesn't really hold up, and you can scold her all day long, and she's at the point now where she's not even watching your videos. Like, the only videos you're making are for us. And today you hit Daywave, Nightwave, Hatman, Virgie,
Enough.
Irrational Times, you know, Vance. I mean, you're just hitting all the stream shows today, James. I mean, that's where your communications are going. I mean, Eliana is alchemically marrying the shit out of Daniel right now in a bed somewhere in Brazil. That's what they're doing while the rest of us are watching your videos.
Yeah. James, you've finally gotten that 24/7 news cycle coverage you've always wanted. You've been the talk of the town, of the internet, of the globe all day to James. I'm just
James, she's busy. She's busy fornicating and engaging in what you consider bestiality based on your white nationalist views.
Yep.
She's committing the cardinal sin, James. She chose a black man over a white Nazi. Ooh, the ultimate sin, James.
James, you know what? I think you will finally learn, and you'll grow up, and you'll start to realize that, you've wasted 7 years of your life on this. Just and to see it all come to a crashing, burning, spiraling end today on Daywave it's just spectacular. This has been the penultimate episode of the LolCow Ranch, I feel. So this is what everything James Robert Clark has built up to. It's built up to this moment with Eliana and Daniel kissing on Daywave, and James has nowhere else to go. He has lost his shit completely.
She chose to do that. That was her conscious choice. Not mine. I didn't tell her to do that. In fact, I told her to do the opposite. I told her not to go on Daywave. I told her to reach out to me. I told her to talk to me privately.
Why? So that you could hold more blackmail cards against her, James? Was that it? Was that your plan? James, she was hip to your plan more, 7 years ago, and she stopped listening to you then. So anything you could say to her in private would just be nothing at this point. You would be wasting her time even more.
She chose to go on Daywave. She's the one that caused all this to happen, not me. Despite all of this, she's still my friend. I still care about her, and there's nothing that can make me stop caring about her. She might never see me. She might never talk to me.
You notice how he's using that word, she might never see me, implying that he's going to hide somewhere and he's going to want to,
Hmm.
be somewhere close where he can watch Eliana and, just uh, observe from a distance, but, hidden in the bushes, like one of those Geel suits. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like if you're doing like, yeah, I mean,
One of Gilly, one of Gilly suits pretending to be a patch of grass. Yeah, yeah. But
oh,
spoiler alert, everyone. Listen to everything he's saying now about always be your friend, and then he follows this video up with a video entitled "Adios, cunt."
yeah, James. Susan doesn't like when you post videos like that because she thinks that you're talking about her. Okay, and I have to show it, but it's going to be under fair use, so I can get away with that. So
That's all her choices. Everything that she chooses are her choices. I'm not making her make choices. When I go to Argentina, I'm not going to make her see me. In fact, I'm probably going to be doing other women.
uh, there's that creepy ass laugh again. The one that laugh that I've said it masks the inner darkness that he almost is about to reveal, and that creepy laugh just kind of pushes it back and keeps it from busting the dam loose on this. So
The only way, the only way you're getting a woman in Argentina, James, is if you dress up like Krampus and bring a really big sack to haul them off in. It's about the only way you're getting anything in Argentina.
yeah. Uh, James, did you watch that A Minute in the Life of an Argentinian television viewer that AP did the other night? I mean, James, if why would you want to be with Eliana when there's like all kinds of other hot women all around the world, James? Do what Legal Latino Heat suggests. Go to the Dominican Republic. You'll save money. You'll actually be able to save money on your ticket, and you'll be able to find a Dominican Republic girl who will make you feel happy, James. Listen to Legal Latino Heat. And everyone in the chat, if you have connects to Legal Latino Heat, just let them know that I gave them a good shout out on that. So
Doing other things that don't involve her. Because she doesn't want anything to do with me. She's made that quite clear.
yes, she's made that very clear. She made it very clear today on Daywave when she appeared with Daniel and she kissed him. And that was like a Disney moment for, one of those, animated, Disney, Snow White type movies. James, you have been the Jafar like cartoon villain in Aladdin, and all you've done is just push, Aladdin and Princess Jasmine together. This, oh, James, you really are sad and pathetic, but I still love you because you're bringing attention to the LolCow Ranch.
Okay? She doesn't want anything to do with me in that nature. That's fine. I wanted my friend back. That's why I tried to pay her to teach me math. I wanted my friend back. That's
You okay? So you admit that it wasn't about the mathematics. You just wanted to pay her to be your friend. James, I know someone, who I'm going to keep nameless here because I don't want to, shame them because they don't deserve to be on the LolCow Ranch because they're actually trying to clean up their life. But, they put out a Craigslist ad saying, I will pay you to smoke, weed with me. And it was really kind of a sad, pathetic Craigslist ad to post. And this one girl answered him. And she was really kind of toxic to him, to everybody else. And I feel bad because, 4 years ago, no, it was 5. It will be 5. Oh, was it 5? 67. No. Okay, so it will be 5. It will be 5 years, this year that I went to the Star Trek convention and, things just didn't work out. And he got really mad. He got so mad at me that, and it pushed the wrong buttons in me to where I was doing, crazy shit back. And, probably he's going to see this and he's going to be like, "Oh, God damn it, that Randolph Vance. Oh, God damn it." And if you are, dude, I'm sorry. All right. But, yeah. I kind of had to get that out of my chest, to kind of clear some air to let people know that I'm not exactly the perfect person that James thinks that I am, that I too make mistakes, that I too have moments of, shame where I have been a total jerk to other people, and I'm not proud of those moments, James, but I learned to accept them, and I learned not to go into fix-it mode all the time and try to relive those moments and try to say, "Oh, well, you got to take me back. You got to take me back. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry." You got to learn to let go of those things, all right? And this person I'm talking about, he'll probably, never speak to me again. That doesn't matter. Okay, James? So, James, there may be hope for you, but you have to learn to stop the videos. And I'm going to get back to yours.
All I wanted was my friend back. Clearly, she doesn't consider me her friend anymore. Maybe she never did consider me her friend. I find that hard to believe, but maybe that's the truth. But no, I don't just put this behind me. No, I'm booking my room. I'll be going down to Argentina, and I'll be staying in Argentina.
With what money, James? I'm surprised that James, you don't have the money to survive in that Section 8, let alone, you're unemployed, you're on state assistance. You think that your state assistance is going to carry over to Argentina? No, it's not. Argentina is not going to accept you as a citizen because you have nothing to offer them. You have no demonstrable trade value skills that no other Argentinian possesses that would make them want to accept you into their country anyway. And they certainly won't take you, if you try to force Eliana into marriage. It just kind of
Whoa, whoa,
occurred.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, Vance. James has plenty of skills. Vegan skills, buzz skills, karate skills, Kung Fu skills,
portrait mode
Satanist
video,
skills.
portrait mode
He's
video
proficient.
skills.
He's proficient in alchemy and magic. Okay, he
Oh,
can make a quarter disappear and reappear from behind your ear. He's got plenty of viable skills for the nation of Argentina. Okay, so
yeah.
don't
Knock him. Yeah.
you're being rough on him here. You're
You.
undermining the skills.
Yeah.
Argentinian army needs a hand-to-hand combat instructor, Vance. And James is coming down to fill that role.
And
He's going
also,
to make them the deadliest Krav Maga proficient
yeah.
army in the world.
And that's where these videos can come in, and it's like kind of like this 1984-ish, like, Argentinian army, where everybody has their iPhones and their iPads and they're all watching James's instruction videos. And it's like the scene in Army of Darkness where Ash is teaching the medieval peasant villagers how to do kung fu fighting. And it's just like one of those moments that would be fucking hilarious to see. But
I want everyone to take a good look at that man's face in
yeah,
this moment,
this is
because
the
this is the moment the Antichrist was born. James goes down to Argentina, somehow gets himself into the election. He wins, and thus begins World War III.
El
The fight for
Presidente.
Eliana. And Argentina goes to war with Canada, demanding Eliana back to their sovereign nation. And thus the world ends.
And Argentina enters the axis of evil with North Korea and Iran. So, James.
I will not be seeing her if she doesn't want to see me for the gazillionth time. And the people that are trying to make me sound violent, I am not a violent person anymore.
I am not a violent person anymore. James, if you've embraced violence to the level that I think you have, then you can't just give it up, like turning a switch off. Okay? That is a primal part of your nature now, and that is why soldiers come home from wars with PTSD issues, is because they can't turn off that part of the brain that says I have to be in battle mode all the time. That's why sometimes when they're at like a hardware store or something like that, and some asshole is just like saying shit the wrong way, and it's like that's all it takes to them. That's what triggers them. James, oh, James.
I have not been a violent person in years.
In years. James, I don't believe that. Something tells me that you just love to be violent. I would love to be violent too. There are some times that I just feel like I I want to let hide loose from that cage that I've barely got under control. Like I've explained the metaphor. Imagine a tiny office room. There's a desk and a chair, and then there's a cage, like you would see for like transporting circus animals. There's a cage, and the only thing that's holding the lock closed on the lock is a pencil that's threaded into it. And Hyde can just bust through that door to the cage anytime he wants. And Jekyll, who's trying to do his office job at the same time, is also got one hand behind his back trying to keep that door closed to the cage.
And James, you don't know. You really don't know how you're going to react if you see her in person.
No.
You can say you think you'll know, and you're not going to know how you're going to react when you get rejected in person. So you can say whatever you want, but why even put yourself in a position, into a situation where you don't really know how you're going to react? Because when she walks away for real, right in front of you,
after she's maced him,
after all of this, you don't know how you're going to feel.
After she's maced him, it'll take some time. James, you'll need some milk. Okay, keep some milk handy so that 20 minutes after, it'll cure the heat that she'll put in your eyes for that. Just keep some milk handy. All right.
And there's not a sane human being on the planet that would convict her, James.
No. She'll pepper spray you, and then she'll just walk the fuck away. Oh, James.
Okay? I would never be violent toward her.
But you would be violent towards others, James. That's exactly what you just said through your silence, is that you would be violent towards anyone who gets in your way between you and Eliana. That's what you're saying, James.
ever. That's a promise.
And we all know what promises mean. He is consistently inconsistent, as you've said. And if he's inconsistent with his promises, he's just going to be consistently inconsistent. So this promise is just as invalid as all the 7 years worth of promises before that and all the 7 years of promises after that. So, any thoughts on that?
Ja- James, if you don't think for 1 second that you wouldn't be hostile towards Daniel if he was there and being the person there with her, mediating this whole thing, if you ran into her, you're fooling yourself because you already hate him for what he is. You already have a natural hatred for who and what he is. And you compound that with the fact that he's chemically marrying you, the love of your life, every night for the last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, James. And as she's in your face choosing him, an African American beast over you, and the way you think, you can believe anything you want, James. We're just trying to save you from that moment of rage because it's not going to be pretty.
James.
And it's not going to be good.
James, it's going to cost you over $5,000 to have this utter moment of humiliation and shame. James, that is a reverse game show.
Yeah.
You know what? Diverging for just half a moment here, ASDSS. I have this theory that Dr. Phil is the most depressing game show in the history of television. Okay?
It is.
It is. It's a game show.
Is.
Dr. Phil is really, in reality, a pseudo game show because I've seen some, I've seen this one narcissistic, girl, spending her way into like $27,000 worth of debt, and Dr. Phil was holding a check made out for all of that debt so that she could get a clean, fresh start on her life. And then he just rips that check to shreds right in front of her. And you could just see that look in her face. And she's still smiling, but the smiles become fake now because she was hoping for that check. She was wanting that check. She thought, "Oh, I'm going to come on Dr. Phil and he's going to give me this. He's going to give me this money. He's going to bail me out of debt. Oh, it's going to be a clean start to my life." And Phil's like, rip, 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 and you see almost tears beginning to form in her eye because the dream is just shattered in that instant. And
what made me laugh the most is when I was watching the Daywave thing with Eliana and Daniel. It finally kind of hit me who James reminds me of. He reminds me of Vigo from Ghostbusters 2 in the painting.
Mm-hmm.
And he put his dome of bullshit around the museum, and then here comes Eliana and fucking Daniel on top of the Statue of Liberty with the song like, your love with an
SNES controller. With an SNES controller, we have come full circle on this. And hey, you know what? I wish we could get Mary one of those. I think she'd like that.
They just smash his dome of hate. and he just gets sent back to the fucking dimension he crawled out of. Because, mostly his face reminds me of Vigo.
Yeah.
More than anything. But that's what he reminded me of. You just see them on the Statue of Liberty with the song going, just walking through, just smashing his fucking hate bubble, and just ruining his shit.
Actually, I don't know if he's Vigo.
The shithole out of.
He's the Peter McNichol character who was enthralled with Vigo. Remember? He's Vigo. Oh, Johnny. Johnny, did you ever pick the wrong horse? Would you hose him down, please? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Daywave and Eliana Eliana, the statue of Eliana has pierced through the dome of your bullshit once and for all. And it has come to an end. And the Ghostbusters are here. Hat Man, Royce, AP, me. We're just, we're all coming down to slime you down with the good slime now, buddy. We're here to help you, okay? We're here to help. Is Vigo.
I've unfortunately yelled at her, and I'm done yelling at her. Okay, I'm done yelling at her. It didn't do any good, and all it did was upset her, and I don't want to upset her.
Oh, Xander makes a very good point in the chat. He reminds me of Walter White, how he goes into bullshit mode and tries to be convincing with lies. Yeah, and Walter White went into a kind of fix-it mode when his relationship was definitely going sour with Skylar, and finally you could tell that the relationship had ended when he's just laughing in the crawl space, because he knows he's a dead man eventually. So. But yeah, Walter White was way more successful than James. Yeah, Walter White knew his shit, James. What do you know?
I really want Jeff to cage fight James now. Because, I mean, James, more than anything, I think he'd be afraid of Royce because Royce is like 10 times his size. But I think he thinks he could take Jeff. I would love to see that.
I would.
We need to get UFC to book that shit on the even if it's on the prelims.
Well, you know what? James is going to pull the Tonka Saw route and just not show up. He'll say something like, oh, my blood work wasn't in my name or something like that, or he'll do like a name change at the last second, and then he'll submit some like photo of himself. No, he'll submit artwork of himself. He won't submit a photo. He'll do like Tonkasaw did, and he'll submit like cartoonish artwork of himself. The one where he's the one that Judas Goats does, where he looks like the clown version, like a clown from Joker, from the Arthur Fleck Joker. You know what I mean? Yeah.
James, I also want to say, just looking at you right now, man, if you're looking to extend your aging and not die, nothing reverse ages you. Like nothing ages you like a relationship 5,000 miles away with an Argentinian woman. Apparently, it's like the reverse. Eliana's like the reverse fountain of youth.
Imagine what AP's going through with his long distance relationship. It's like, if you chose the wrong Grail in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and you just see the life force just draining out of you.
She's more like the Ark of the Covenant in Indiana Jones.
Oh God!
You're just melting away.
Yeah,
like hour by hour, you're melting away.
Oh, no wonder Leaf throws all those knives in the chat when she sees AP. Oh, James. James, I know someone who would probably want to fight you, and that's Sam Stutler. And Sam will not wuss out on a fight. He went into the ring. He only lasted 15 seconds, but he went into the ring and he showed the world that he is not a pussy. And that was after Tonka Saw did his little, fake out shtick. So Sam Stutler proved that he had the nuts to go into the ring. Tonka Saw does not. I don't think that if you challenge James to any kind of fight, MMA or whatever, wrestling, he will back out of it. He will find the lamest excuse in the world to back out of the fight. Oh, Moses Hodge. What? There we go. All right, so I'm going to get back to the video here really quick.
If I want her to feel sadness and hurt for the way she treated me. But I'm not going to do that by yelling at her. Okay, and I don't want to frighten her because that's not my goal. I don't want to frighten her. I care about her. I love her. That's the truth.
James, why would you continue to love a person after 7 years if all they've done is break your heart for 7 years? That's what I learned. I learned that, and it didn't take me 7 years to learn that, right? It takes less than a year. It takes a while to kind of get out of the split brain thinking, like I've said, where you wake up in the morning and you still think you're going to be in a relationship, and you have to remind yourself that the relationship is not going to be there anymore. That's the split brain thinking that I'm talking about. James, you'll start to develop the split brain thinking, and then the logical, rational half that is explaining to you that this relationship ended a long time ago and you should have called it quits then, is that voice is going to start to grow louder and louder and louder in your head, and finally it will make the other voice in your head that thinks it's in love with Eliana be quiet once and for all, James. I promise you that. Okay? Let me get back to this video.
I always considered her like a little sister to me. And you people are disgusting people for doing what you've done. And I think she's done. I think that's why she didn't send me that picture or post anything. I think she's done with you people. But you won't let her be done with you. Okay? She's my friend. No matter what she does, she's always going to be my friend. And I do. I love her for who she is, not what she is. So there's nothing you can do to upset me regarding that.
I'm sure there's plenty that, we can say that will upset you. So, James, quit lying to yourself when you're saying things like that. So, this will go right almost into the next video. And now we're up to the third video, and I want to do a little kind of quick inventory here just to make sure that he hasn't been busy. I may have to throw in a new video. And yes, I will. Oh boy, he's been very busy. James, you were busy this evening. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start playing Adios Charlie Uniform November Tango. And I'll be working a little bit in the background getting a fourth video ready, okay?
So very quickly, somebody wanted me to watch Daywave, and of course the goal is to get me to make a video, but I'm not going to make a video the way that you think I'm going to make a video. I'm not going to yell or anything like that. It's not worth it. You're not worth my time. You can't leave me alone.
James, the fact that you're making a video at all means that you've played right into our hands. You've done exactly what we wanted you to do. You behaved like the perfect little LolCow on the LolCow ranch. Okay? James, you made the video, and now you're on the ranch, and we're highlighting your video, James. That's how the LolCow ranch works.
You caused this to happen. Okay? It was your lies that caused this to happen. And I also want to congratulate Royce Lopez on the cancer diagnosis or whatever the hell's going on.
Oh, now I'm going to pause it just for a moment here because I am still working, but I'm pausing it for this. What? James, you narcissistic prick. I can tell that no one in your family has ever died of cancer, because if they had, you would never wish that upon anybody. Okay, James? You think that cancer is a wonderful little tool that God uses to punish those who don't fall in line with your thinking? No. Cancer is just the random fuck you lottery, okay, of how you're going to die. All right? Cancer is probably one of the worst, most painful ways to die. All right? And I had to see my mom die of cancer, lung cancer that had spread to her bones, lung cancer that was caused because she was on one of those big permanent oxygen generators that kept her housebound all the time. And my dad was smoking 2.5 packs of cool cigarettes in the same room with her, putting that smoke right into the oxygen generator. Okay? Just putting pure cancer right into my mom's lungs and just, causing her to get lung cancer that spread into her bones. And when it spreads into your bones, it starts to cause these little knots on your body. Because that's your body. That's your body trying to grow bone tissue. Okay, James? Your body doesn't understand what's happening to it when it has cancer, so it's trying to grow tissue to fix whatever what it thinks is wrong with it. And when you see those little bony nodules start to appear, that's when you know that's when you know it's starting to come to the end. And James, I had to see that with my mom. And when I see, anybody say, oh, Rush Limbaugh, he died of cancer. Good for him. He deserved it. No. Real people who have experienced what, seeing people dying of cancer is like, never wish that upon anyone else, James. Okay? ASDSS, you got a thought about that? Well, I'm still doing some work on this. That's all right.
There we go. Sorry, I got lost for a
That's
second.
All right. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right.
James is just
so
posting like crazy on his community tab, but
good.
I just noticed he was posting things of screenshots he kept of things Eliana had and then deleting them immediately.
Aww.
And I always wondered why he kept them so private, and I think that's because it's his porn. And that sounds like a joke, but I'm being serious. I think that, for a person who is, sexually aroused by intelligent people,
right.
I think that he saved what he believed to be extremely intelligent responses and comments, and that's his get off stuff. I mean, that's his Playboy stash, So he's posting it because he wants to prove that she's a liar, but at the same time, it's like he's posting like the most intimate things he's collected, and he also knows that if he posts every single screenshot that he has, he knows that it's going to make him look like the thing he keeps saying that he's not, which is a fucking stalker.
Yeah. Look at this comment. Look at this comment on his community tab from just 32 minutes ago. And I've been on for way more than 32 minutes. So he posted this. He's been watching us and he is really upset now. So all you did was laugh at me. Let me guess. Me calling you out for this hurts your feelings that I would think you're that kind of person, right? Good luck denying that you're that kind of person. You're truly a backstabber and deserve nothing but my hatred. Unfortunately, I can't make myself hate you, so instead I'll just tell you that I know what you are, and you're a wretched, weak-willed person, driven by the whims of whoever you think is important and who makes you feel important. You were only ever truly important to me. You're nothing to everyone else, and now to me I see you for what you are, so you're nothing to me now anymore. You made your choices and they've caused me to make my choices. You're nothing to me now. You deserve nothing but my scorn. James is hit. Yeah.
But what's really funny is the polls. Who thinks my friend would benefit from radically accepting your shortcomings? Of course she would, or nah, she's just doing fine, pathologically lying. Did my friend lie about having a 148 IQ? Yes, no, she's on the spectrum, so it doesn't matter. But what's interesting is, for whatever reason, he's still more mad at Royce. Who did my friend profess her love for more? Her pretend husband or Royce? Who objectified my friend the most? And then he says, funny how your fake fiance is totally cool with everyone on Daywave talking about you the way they did. He probably should go back and listen to the way they talk about your body, and maybe he should see you profess your love for patient zero, Royce Lopez. And then you're only important because you were important to me. So the only reason she had any importance in the world is because she was important to James. You're just tits and ass to everyone else. You're a very, very ignorant young lady and a very bad friend.
Oh, look at this. Look at this post. Or look at this poll he put up here. Who objectified my friend the most? Adonis Paul, Royce Lopez, JJ Stoner, Frozen Asian, Hat Man. I'm surprised he didn't put me on that list.
Oh, he reposted. I know. So what's funny? He reposted. He deleted it, but then posted it again with the pro-life dank memes. So he's saying like, oh, this is what she thinks. So it says, just me sitting here with my thoughts and no one to share them with. And it says, when you're at the family cookout, no one wants to talk about the relationship between biological humanity and philosophical personhood.
Mm-hmm.
And then he responds, this is so profound in the truest sense. Biology has been used to explain so much regarding the sense of being. As I've noticed previously, the whole concept of biological life being is so important to understand anything else. Too many people live disconnected from reality, and I believe this is why they can so easily justify taking life. I think you have a unique and healthy outlook, an outlook that invites folks like me to re-examine my own due to the truth in yours. Now, James, I'm going to tell you right now that that post that you responded to Eliana back then, however long ago, when the hell was this? July. It says July 7th at 3:49 p.m. But this could have been fucking a billion years ago. But that response, James, I bet you probably got a positive response or a like from her for that one, because you know what? It wasn't creepy, and it wasn't invasive, and it wasn't wacky and out of the box, and then suddenly go like take a hard left turn into fucking cosplay Pornoville. You know, like that wasn't a bad response. You actually put some thought into that. And then once you thought she liked you, once you thought you guys were cool, and she hit quote unquote the friend zone with you, the friend zone for you means making terribly poor choices and jokes and commentary and sexual innuendo. And that's where you fucked up royally.
Mm-hmm.
And you literally have no one to blame but yourself for this. And now it's over. I mean, you can't get this one back.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah.
The ring's on the finger.
Yeah. The LolCow Ranch is now permanently open now. Okay? I was doing this thing as like a joke just to get at you, but now you force me to bring other LolCow ranches on because now you want to make the LolCow Ranch a permanent thing. So, all right, it's going to be a permanent thing.
For whatever reason, he thinks that she wants to bang Royce, and Royce wants to. Well, does Royce want to bang her? Maybe, but she thinks that he wants to. She wants to have sex with Royce. But he said, somebody tell Royce about this new treatment for cancer as soon as possible, and it's a repost for Adonis Paul. I heard if you hold your phone in one hand and a plugged-in toaster in the other and jump in the bath, it recharges the battery immediately.
Oh, dude, if Royce really did have cancer, I would be like, dude, we're getting you to Markey Cancer Center in Lexington, Kentucky, and then after we get your cancer cured, we're taking you to fucking Keeneland so we can play some fucking horses, okay? So...
I just think it's just, I just find it so interesting that he'll repost Adonis AP to make fun of Royce when AP was on the show enjoying the situation that was going on. Like, he forgets AP was there. Like, I think he thinks AP defended him in some way because AP made like a comment, like a sarcastic comment. Like, this is how I know James has autism. He did not understand AP's comments. So, like, it's just a sarcasm at all. Like, you could do better. Like, why are you not going for James? Like, this makes no sense. Like, he cannot understand AP's sarcasm. He does not understand that AP is on the same train as Royce. he can't. He's just not seeing it.
Oh, James, let's get back to you here.
Looks horrible, and that makes me happy. So if he's dying of cancer, congratulations to him. That's beautiful, beautiful thing. We need less Royce Lopez's in the world. As for you, you can't get enough of bothering me. You can't get enough of not letting this drop. Well, no matter what, you're my friend, and despite what Mr. Lopez says, I can go to Canada. I'm not a felon. That's a bunch of bullshit. He's a liar, and you believe whatever he says. The only real consolation is the fact that Royce ain't gonna get you, like he had planned. And yeah, you're living your best life. No, you're not. No, you're not, and you know you're not. You betrayed me thoroughly. And the only reason you would feel a need to pull this crap is if you were ashamed of everything you're doing. And you know you're ashamed of everything you're doing. I'm still your friend, and I can come up to Canada. Maybe I'll come up to Canada after I get back from Argentina. Canada, I can actually just take a train right up there. That's no big deal at all. And I will be going to Argentina. And I won't be seeing you because you won't be there. Oh well. Oh well. So I guess you made your choice, hon. Guess you made your choice. But no matter what, I am your friend. There's nothing you can do to make me give up on you. It's just impossible. And I like AP, encouraging people to kill me. That's beautiful. Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful.
James, you take everything so fucking seriously, okay? And that's why I, make sure to never kind of, do any kind of jokes like that. And if I do, I always, say to, add to it in Minecraft, you know. But James, you are so narcissistic to think that other people would want to hurt and kill you for, carrying on this bullshit for 7 years like you have. And James, nobody wants you. Nobody wants to, hurt you because you're not worth it to anybody. Unless you were directly threatening somebody's life, then we're going to do whatever it takes to protect them from you. But until that point in time, you're not that big of a priority. So,
I
gassy.
think I think I think Maureen probably wants to kick the shit out of him.
Oh
Let's be
yeah.
honest.
Well, like Maureen is permanent wrench, so yeah, you're free to come on in. So, uh,
I think Maureen would probably want to beat the shit out of James at this point.
oh, I think everybody, wants to beat the shit out of James. So, the moment that you see, like the moment that you start watching these videos, and then at first you feel sorry for him because you feel like his heart's been broken, and then you see 7 years worth of videos, and you're thinking, why am I feeling sorry for this piece of shit? So, all right.
I think any woman that's ever been in a misogynistic relationship would want to kick him.
Yeah, because James would remind that woman exactly of an abusive father, and then be like, "Hell no, I don't want anything to do with you." So, oh, that's a cool avatar you got on the Discord there. I just noticed. He's
I'm
Vigo.
I'm uh, I'm Vigo forever now.
Yeah. Now, are you a fan of the TV show Dragnet?
Yes, actually, I used to watch that growing up.
All right. My avatar is from a very special episode of Dragnet. I'll explain it, when we're off the air. But anyway, here, I'll get back to it. I'll get back to the adios.
You people are all scum, and you have done nothing but try and egg this on and egg this on and egg this on and egg this on. So, you get what you get. She's never going to, I'm never going to stop making videos. I will keep making videos. I've stopped making videos because I upset her. That's why I stopped making videos. And you people keep trying to get her to agitate me more. You get her on Daywave to agitate me more. She agrees to go on Daywave because she's an imbecile. You're a complete idiot. That's what your problem is. If you would have listened to me in the beginning and not gone on Daywave, this would have been over and done with immediately. But you had to choose to betray me over and over and over again.
Over and over and over. Damn!
Betrayal only really falls in the notion of that you have to be close to someone to betray them. And in her mind, James, she was never close to you. So I don't think she's feeling any guilt of betrayal because she never had any emotional connection to you to turn it around to betray you. I mean, you feel betrayal because you have this unhealthy emotional connection for 7 years. Sure, I'm sure you feel betrayed. And you know what, James? You're right. You can always be her friend no matter what she does, no matter what she does in life. You can always look back on it and say, that was my friend. You can have that one. You can have that W if you want.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point in arguing with you about that because if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. Will you have any reciprocity in that friendship? No. Have you had any reciprocity in that friendship the past 5 years? No. Would she, if someone asked her, hey, are you friends with James Clark? Are you friends with him? She'd say, absolutely fucking not. She would deny your friendship in existence.
Yeah.
Because everything that came after to her probably null and voided anything that could be considered friendship, even in an online capacity of sharing the same communities. So you will be denied on her end ever being friends.
Yeah.
She's never gonna say to any person if they recognize her from these streams and from Daywave and stuff in the future and say, "Hey, are you Eliana Morales? Are you friends with James Clark?" She's gonna say, "I was never friends with that guy."
Yeah. Well,
he was loco in the cabeza. That's the crux. That's the wholeness of what your friendship is gonna look like if people ask. You'll say, "Yes, I was friends with a hot woman from Argentina with 148 IQ." Like, you'll say that to people. But if someone were to ask her, were you friends with JRC3? She's gonna be like, "No, I wasn't." And she's gonna go into the story about how you weren't friends. Like, she will always and forever deny your friendship, James. So you can keep affirming your friendship. She will keep denying your friendship, and you can just both go your separate ways. Believe in what you believe, because it's not going to reconcile itself, James, ever.
All right. I'm going to get back to the video here.
Why? Because you're a treacherous, bad person that's a bad friend to the only person that's been your friend. Nobody's been your friend. You know that. Nobody is your friend. I was your only friend from the beginning. I'm your only friend through now. Am I angry? Yes, I'm quite angry, but I'm not going to yell at you. You're a horrible person. You're a horrible person. Why I'm your friend? I have no idea. I like to remember you the way that I remember you, but you're clearly not that person anymore. You are a disgusting person, a truly disgusting person that did this to me. So I'm going to keep making videos, and I'll keep putting things in my community tab.
Hold on one second.
And I'll keep pointing out the things that you...
I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
James, she's probably asleep in bed spooning with her fiance while you're alone in your apartment hate posting how this girl has no one except you.
Mm-hmm.
Just let the contradiction of the situation set in. And while she's posting her video, you can hear family and friends and children and all of the support and love that people have given her. And you say she has no one, but she's got Royce and JJ and Hatman and pretty much all of their followers and Mersh. And these are just online people that she doesn't even have direct in IRL, relations. And Vance, myself. I mean, she has all these people in her corner, and I wouldn't even consider me and her friends. And I've definitely talked to her more than you have directly in the last 7 years. Definitely. I can tell you 100% I've probably spoken to her way more than you have privately, and so, to try to, strip that down to make her feel like she has no one but you is just really, just all that does is make you look like an asshole. I mean, because it's not something she'd ever believe, because there's just so much proof and data to the contrary.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll get back to the video.
Said, you're a liar. You lied about me. You told horrible lies about me, just like Royce. So you are one of them. You are one of them. You're an evil, no good person.
But James,
one of us.
One of us. Yeah.
One of us.
Gooble gobble, gooble gobble. James, if she breaks your heart like this, why do you keep going back to her? James, I've had people, that I thought cared, on that level that I cared about them for. And I thought to myself, man, this is it. This is really my shot. And they're just like, no, I'm really not interested in you. I'm very sorry. And it hits you. And it's just like gut punch. And James not only wants he to be in fix-it mode, he wants to undo the feeling of the gut punch. So,
James, the more you try to make her feel like shit, then the more everybody props her back up and supports her, which means that all you're doing is bringing her closer to everyone else and further away from you. The more you try to shame her at this point and try to make her feel like shit, the more Daniel consoles her and the closer they become, and their bond becomes more and more unbreakable.
Right.
So what you're doing is actually counterproductive. It's completely counterproductive to what your in your mind your goal is. You are just literally pushing her, literally pushed her into the arms of another man, and not just pushed her in the arms of another man, but pushed a ring on her finger. So, at this rate, James, you'll have like 3 kids in the next 5 years because you just keep pushing them closer and closer. And he's there to pick up the pieces as you try to destroy her. And it's just not working anymore. It's just a fool's errand.
Oh, James. Let's go back.
That's right. You're no good. You're a horrible person. You are the kind of people that true Christians don't want to be around because you're a fake Christian.
Okay, so he's trying to bring religion back into this here, and religion is, about the last thing that anybody really cares about. So, James, it doesn't matter what religion a person is, there's always going to be goodness in their heart, no matter what, and with certain exceptions, I think like Adrasia and Andrew Ditrch, but there's always going to be certain exceptions, and you have to make sure that. Oops, where am I going with this thought? I don't know. There's always going to. James, you keep confusing religion with obedience. Okay? And it's not about obedience to you or to any lord or master or any set rule of commandments. Religion is about, the love in your heart. There we go. I got my thought out.
Not only are you a fake Christian, you're an opposite Christian. You pretend like you're a Christian, like you'll be saved because you accept Jesus. Well, the truth is, no, you won't. You're a rotten person.
James, do you think Jesus would want to save you? He would be a little bit reluctant, but he would. He would save you, James.
Well,
yeah.
The Lord himself posts to James all the time saying he's not saved. So.
Well, Jesus is carrying James right now. So you're seeing like Jesus's footprints in the sand, and James is trying to just reach for the ice cream stand that's like 50 yards down, at the beginning of the beach kind of thing. So James, you got to learn to walk so that you're not being carried on Jesus's shoulders all the time. Anyway. Not that I'm really all that religious or anything, but religion is a personal thing. It's a personal matter. You choose that between you and whatever deity that you want to believe in. I'm not going to hold others to my standards of religion, James, and you shouldn't hold others to yours. Okay?
Yeah, James, your strategy doesn't work because you have such an overinflated sense of self-importance.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? I mean, and I'm asking that seriously. Like, who are you? Who are you that you have such a level of importance that, your approval is everything? I mean, it is nothing to anyone, especially her. So why would she care that you're mad at her? Why would she care that you're ashamed or disgusted or repulsed? Or she doesn't give a flying fuck about any of the things that you're saying right now. I mean, you have no power over her, and what the things that you're saying don't elicit a sense of guilt or shame or embarrassment or second guessing or sadness or remorse, because you've done so much damage that it doesn't even matter anymore. And she didn't go on Daywave, and like I told you, James, she was going to do it. She didn't go on there angry. She didn't go on there with hate in her heart. She said, here I am. This is who I'm happy with. I'm not your friend. As of today, I don't consider you a friend on my end. She said, and she even said, I wish you the best, dude, but you got to go fucking find some other, fish to catch because this one's taken.
Yeah. James, it didn't get any clearer than what this morning was on Daywave. It doesn't get any clearer than that.
The first time she was on Daywave, she was angry as shit and, told you to Minecraft yourself. But at the same time, this time she didn't tell you that. She said, you know what? I carry no hate in my heart anymore. I said my piece. I put it out there. I found, love and supportive people. I'm not going to carry this, shame of dealing with this man that's just bothered me for 7 years. And, now I'm just at peace with the whole thing. And, if you want to keep holding a grudge and be pissed off the rest of your life, James, that's your prerogative. You want to waste what little time you have left on the earth being pissed off about a woman who's rejected you probably 1,000 times at this point or more. That's on you, man. Like that's your own stupid fault. She ain't carrying it. She ain't thinking one iota about you or your opinion of her or how you feel or your arguments or contradictions. Like she said, was the last time she was going to go on Daywave. She's going to go live her life. She's planning a wedding, but she wanted to just kind of wrap it all up and be like, hey, heard everybody thinks my fiance's fake. Roy, sorry if I come on the show and introduce people to my fiance. So as a follow up on the first story, sure. There she was. There he was. That was it. You want to be pissy about it. You want to stew in it, dude. That's your life, man. That sucks for you. Doesn't suck for anyone else. Ain't hurting no one else but yourself. She didn't give a fuck, and what else can I say to you, man? Told you it was gonna happen, you didn't believe us. It happened, now you're mad. Try to help you.
Yeah.
Didn't listen.
We kept telling you. We kept telling him for 7 years to come in, that it was getting ready to rain, that it was getting ready to be a thunderstorm. And now he's out there. He's out in the rain. He's letting himself get wet because he thinks he's going to get a suntan.
James, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, dude, but everything I've told you is going to happen so far has happened. And I'm like fucking Nostradamus at this point. So, we've had a lot of predictions about what happens next. You really want to find out if I'm right. You really want to you want to roll the dice, man. You don't look like a gambling man to me, James, but you'll find out yourself. I mean,
oh yeah, you'll roll them bones and they'll come up snake eyes every time, James.
You're gonna lose you're gonna lose your shirt. James, and speaking of shirts, I noticed that you probably had like 3 different shirts on these videos. So I'm thinking you probably ripped a bunch open, like, Lou Ferrigno'd a couple of them out of rage.
Probably did. Yeah.
I think he probably did.
Yeah. So.
You haven't accepted Jesus. Because if you accepted Jesus, you wouldn't be treating me the way that you're treating me and continuing to treat me. There was no reason for you to go on Daywave today. But you did.
See, he's on Jesus' shoulders right now. He's reaching for the ice cream cart or the ice cream stand because that's where Eliana is, and Jesus is like, "No, man, we got to walk on the beach here. You gotta walk away from the ice cream," and he wants that ice cream really bad.
James, Eliana's like my Argentinian St. Patrick. You're the snake in Ireland. She just drove your ass out. So that's pretty Christian of her, in my opinion.
That is. So
you did it, didn't you? Oh well. Adios, mi amiga.
Okay, so I'm gonna get right to a new video that he's posted. Right, where was it? What's the name of that? Yeah, it was. It was You Never Deserved. Okay, so here we go.
So, I guess I just want to say this. I recognize that you're not my friend, okay, and you haven't been my friend for quite a while, but I want you to understand this, hon. The fact that I even recognize that we ever were friends after what
He
you've
looks
done
like
to
he went in
me
a full-blown
over the
interview with a
years, and
vampire
after
mode in this video.
Yeah, he does. Like he's doing the Barnabas thing from Dark Shadows now. So, oh, James, I told you I would put you back under the Temple of the Vampire. This is it, buddy. This is it. We found that suitable Temple of the Vampire. So, oh boy.
mentioned these past couple months, but the way you've treated me, you should be eternally grateful to me that I even recognized that we ever were friends. That's the truth. The way you associate with people and have encouraged people to harass and threaten me, I know it was you. And I know it was you in the live streams, okay? You've gone out of your way to make my life as miserable as possible because I care about you. That's all it was. You did this for entertainment reasons. There was no reason for you to treat me the way that you did. And what was the deal? Why did you even bother to tell me you were single and childless, even though I know you were lying? Why did you even bother? What was the point of bothering to tell me that? You don't have a point. And then your purposeful working with these people and bragging and stating that you hope they made a whole lot of money by harassing me and catfishing me and everything else they did to me, it shows what a terrible person you are. And then you contact me like you deserve my sympathy.
James, I'm going to pause it right here. Okay, so it's not about the money because, I've set my donation goal to a ridiculous amount $1.09. Hint, hint, hint. I set up a special little alert for that one. So it's not going to do the thrill of victory, agony of defeat, but it's going to play a special little something for if somebody donates $1.09. It's not about the money, James. Okay? I've never let it be about the money. Okay? It's about bringing exposure to your bullshit. Okay? That's what's more important. Okay? Oh, and James, you just do not get it. You keep on with these videos thinking that you're gonna fix it, that uh, you're either angry at Eliana for going on Daywave, or you're angry at yourself for showing your rage towards her. It just becomes this repeating cycle of consistent inconsistency from Jimmy. So, all right, get back to this video.
I've given you nothing but sympathy the whole time I knew you. In fact, that's how we met. That's why I liked all your photographs, was because I was showing you sympathy. I cared for you. I didn't like how people
You were showing photographs of sex dolls and Polynesian, dancers, and you were like, oh, this is how I want you to dress. Oh, I want to get a sex doll of you. Those kinds of photos, Jimmy. You were showing photos of like the Mediterranean man yelling at his wife in public starter kit, with the pack of Camel cigarettes and the Speedo and the sandals. James, you don't understand how to truly appreciate and talk to a woman like a normal person. You have to be the one that's controlling. You have to be the one that's being like your father. Your father did probably almost identical all of those things that you were doing. Your dad would love the meme, the Mediterranean man yelling at his wife in public starter kit, because that would be the Pennsyltucky man yelling at his wife in public starter kit. You substitute pack of camels for a pack of cools. You substitute the Speedo for a coal miner's helmet, that kind of thing. It's all about, just, control and domination, James.
bullied you. I didn't like how people treated you. You don't remember anything, or you don't care to. And the thing is, you can say whatever you want. The other thing is that dude is not the same dude that's your friend on Facebook, and is not the same dude that's the dude that you're linked in with on LinkedIn. I checked everything out quickly when I was, when I could. And you're a liar. Everything's a scam. Everything that you're pulling with these people is a big scam to make more money and more money and more money. Look, when I come down, I'm not bringing anything for you. I have a bunch of gifts for you. You don't deserve anything. I would just
Then why are you bringing gifts, Jimmy? If
Oh
if
no, oh
that
no, James. not the toy llama that she doesn't like fucking llamas. People were wondering why is she bring. People probably thought she was special in that interview because they probably had no idea if they weren't following this what the llama reference was.
Yeah.
They're like, why is this South American woman talking randomly about llamas? It's because James talked for like 20 videos about how he bought her this like stuffed llama, and she doesn't even like llamas. And that was like the thing I kept pointing out to James is that you don't have enough data about Eliana to really know who she is. She fucking hates llamas, but you just make this assumption and you're like, I am very confident that she likes llamas. And she's also going to like this inverted, this fucking cross fucking necklace. And it's like, dude, if you're an expert on Eliana Morales, you got an F on the final, bro. Like, you got the biggest F, the biggest L, the biggest F. You know, if you went to Catholic school, the biggest U on the fucking final because you are just so off base, so poorly. It's like jumping to conclusions. And I think Daywave posted a video about like a theme about you, and it was called James and the Giant Reach.
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
And I thought that was perfect because that's what he does. He's just reaching and reaching to make these things connect. And you have absolutely no data. You could not write the book on Eliana. It would be a New York Times worst seller. You are not the expert that you think you are. By any means at all. You are not the expert on this person. And you should probably just stick to some things that you actually demonstrate some knowledge in. And this human being is not one of them. You know, I can tell you with 100% confidence that there's probably lots of streamers and fans of these streams that have had conversations with her that are much more knowledgeable about Eliana than you ever will be. Because she provides a thing you'll never get, which is access to the research, access to the subject. Without access, you can't study it. Without studying it, you don't know shit, James. So your data is shit. And you just make yourself look like a quack.
Yep. James, you're out there trying to say that, you know, you're like the quack doctors from like 170 years ago who were trying to defend phrenology, you know, the bumps on your head kind of bullshit. So, oh, James.
Soon, just throw them in the trash, then give them to you.
James,
Because
you are James is the flat earther of fucking Eliana studies.
Oh, no. The flat 404 error. So I got to be careful about that because the damn algorithm listens to everything now. You remember how when me and Dr. Till were talking about Up in Smoke, it recommended that on one of my videos that I was watching earlier tonight from like a Drastia. And I was like, holy shit. God damn it. I got to be really fucking careful with this. So anyway.
Yeah, if you go to Argentina, you're gonna get pew-pewed.
Ooh, in Minecraft. So
in Minecraft.
Yeah.
you are nothing to me at this point, and that was your choice. I have gone out of my way to forgive and forget every stupid thing that you've done. Every stupid thing that you've done. I went out of my way to recognize, perhaps this young lady, perhaps her autism is what's causing this. Perhaps I did upset her. Perhaps she did feel this way. You were never afraid of me. You lied. You were never afraid of me. And I've never given you a reason to be afraid of me. And you know that. And the other thing is, you're so afraid of me that you continue to taunt me by going on shows like Daywave. That doesn't make any sense.
A few weeks ago, he was saying that Royce Lopez was keeping her off of Daywave. Remember? So he's consistently inconsistent again. He has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now that Eliana has the freedom to go on Daywave whenever the fuck she feels like it, and now that she has the freedom to bring Daniel on Daywave, that just fucking it just caused a a fuse to blow in his head tonight. So,
I'll tell
wow.
you now, Pesci is going to do everything he can to get Royce to connect them in Canada so that he can post hang out with Eliana just
Mm-hmm.
because of his obscene hatred for James and his beliefs. Like Pesci, of all of them, I think if anybody's going to meet Eliana, it's going to be Pesci, because Pesci knows there's probably nothing in the world that's going to irritate him more than hanging out with someone from the Daywave crew.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, Pesci hanging with Daniel and Eliana. There you go. And uh, to James, he'll never accept. You know, when Pesci does the face reveal, he'll never accept it because Pesci's never done the face reveal on Daywave because he's always showing like those different little screenshots that he'll put up. But he would never accept it. He'll say, well, that person is not the real Pesci. They dubbed his voice over an actor kind of thing. That's his thinking.
Pesci's going to get Pesci's going to get a selfie, and he's just going to superimpose James's face over his own, because that's the closest he'll ever get to actually getting a picture with her. And James, I keep thinking about your dream of giving her a hug, and I'm like, why would she ever give you that? Why? So you can smell her hair, you weirdo? Like, no, she's not gonna hug you, man.
And Pesci, if you're listening to this, I think Cabela's might have this whatever it is that James is wearing. So if you want to do some cosplay as James, like you get like a printout of his face to make like a little paper mask, and then you put on like the exact same outfit that he's got on right now. That would really fucking irk him. That I guarantee it. So I'll make it back to this video.
Nothing makes any sense. There are so many inconsistencies in your stories, and so many inconsistencies in their stories, and yet nobody draws into question any of that, do they? No, because you're given the benefit of the doubt because you're working with these people. And I know I didn't get banned from Argentina, and that's why you're saying I can come down, because you can't keep me out of Argentina. I didn't do anything to get banned from Argentina. I guess you know that now. I guess you know that Mr. Lopez is an idiot.
James, how real does it have to get for you when the Buenos Aires police are enforcing that no contact order directly at the airport? When they walk onto the plane before anybody else has a chance to deboard, the captain's going to say, everyone remain in your seats for a few moments. And there's going to be like some talk amongst the passengers on your plane, and they're going to be like, well, what's going on, and then the police are going to come on your plane, and they're going to be like, Mr. Clark, we'd like you to come with us, please.
And James, for her, if she doesn't even plan on living in Argentina by the time you go down. So who cares if you go to Argentina? Who the hell cares? She's not there. What does she care if you're in Argentina? Like, have fun, bro. I'm not here. This is about her comfortability and her safety. She don't care if you're in Argentina, if she's in Canada or Britain or Greenland or wherever she might actually end up. Because I don't really believe that she'll even tell you where she's actually going. They might say Canada, but she's going into WITSEC, buddy. I think she's
Yeah,
going to witness protection now. She's going to tell you where she is. She
yeah,
might say Canada, but she'll end up in goddamn London or Manchester or fucking Germany. You don't know. You don't know where they're going. So, you know, all she knows is that she's probably not going to be in Argentina. So, who cares? Who cares?
mm-hmm.
Good. Have fun, Have a Get yourself a cerveza, bag yourself a nice mestiza. It has nothing to do with her. What does she care what you do?
Yeah, that's right. All right, James, let's hear what else you got to say.
I guess you know that now. Okay? But that doesn't stop you from siding with these people over your only friend. I was your only true friend. And you literally kicked me in the teeth. Well, metaphorically kicked me in the teeth. And it's not right. It's not right that you treat me the way that you do and expect me to treat you with respect and sympathy and to coddle you and make you feel good or any of these things. No, I don't owe you anything. If anything,
No,
you
you
should be
don't.
grateful to me for the
No, you don't owe anything. No. Yeah.
She doesn't owe you anything, and you don't owe her anything either. You know, you're
Yeah.
spent. You know, and
Your
I
game
can't.
was played, James. Your game was played 7 years ago, and you were out of cards then. And she moved on to a completely different card game. So, James, you can't play skip bow. You can't use skip bow cards if somebody's got Magic the Gathering. Okay. Uh,
You're you're trying to shame someone that's never gonna watch your channel who's having sex with their fiance as we speak. Like it's just when you actually think about the reality of what's occurring right now, it's just got to a point of laughability because
mm-hmm.
you know you're just going on this rampage of anger and trying to shame her because you really think that she has nothing better to do in the world than look at your posts and videos. No, that's us, James. We have nothing better to do than look at your posts and videos. She's got way more important things in her life going on.
Yeah.
She's not thinking about you in the
Yeah.
slightest.
Yeah.
It it take it takes her about three. It would take her 3 to 4 business days to get back to me on something.
I know.
So,
It's
and
like,
that's me, and she likes us. But what do you think she's thinking about you?
yeah.
Like,
It'll be like tape delay for Eliana when she watches this video, probably like in the next 3 or 4 days or something like that. But you know, oh, it's all good.
fact that I even recognize that you ever were my friend because you truly don't deserve any recognition as my friend at this point. Any friendship that we had, you threw right in the frickin' trash. You threw it in the toilet with how you've treated me these past couple.
No, 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 James. Any friendship you thought you had ended 7 years ago when you started with sending her images of Polynesian dancers and saying, "Oh, this is what I would like you to wear." You know, James, was that
yeah.
bullshit suicide card? I feel suicidal. Please help me. Is that how your dad met your mom? Because no wonder you have maternal abandonment issues. Your mom finally found a way to escape the bullshit, and you don't know how to handle a house that does not have a maternal presence and a paternal domination figure with nothing to control.
And
So,
James, if it makes your head easier to reconcile, yeah, you're exactly right. You're right. She took your friendship and she stomped on it and she
mhm,
put it in the garbage disposal. And then she took the pipe from the garbage disposal, put it in an incinerator, lit that fucker on fire, let that ash fly into the sky. That's
yeah.
exactly what she did to your friendship. So if that makes it easier to swallow, there you go. You're right. That's exactly what she did to your offering of friendship today. She said, "I don't want it. I don't want it. Not hungry. Ain't gonna eat that. Never gonna eat that. No, thank you."
Yeah.
And threw it in the trash. Yep. So if that makes it easier for your head to reconcile, I think you should, go with that because that's exactly what it was for you.
Oh yeah. I'll get back to the video here. So
Couple months alone. Okay? And that was your doing. You're the one that chose to step all over our friendship. For what? Vanity? Why did you do it? Do you even know why you did it? Because you were angry? What's the reason? You have no reason to treat me the way that you do. None. So I will be down in March. I won't be telling you anymore. Why should I? You're not going to be seeing me. There's no chance in hell you'll see me.
And that is exactly why the Argentinian police are going to escort you off the plane before anybody else has a chance to deboard that plane. They are not going to let you come anywhere within, sight of the airport, let alone anywhere in Argentina where you could come close to Eliana. It's over, James. You have to admit it's over now, okay?
The the response is so petulant though. It's like, well, now I'm coming down, and now I'm not telling you when I'm coming down. It's like, you don't get to know. You don't deserve to know. It's like, she didn't want to know then. She
And
don't care.
that's exactly what a fucking psychotic stalker, would say. It's like, well, Jesus fucking God, James.
You don't want anything to do with me. You never did, apparently.
True and
Okay?
true.
Apparently, when you interrupted Tig Manson, who is one of their trolls. See, that's the thing is, you're siding with the trolls that you know damned well are the people that have been harassing me for years. You know that because you saw them arguing with me. I have witnesses that saw me arguing with them in real time. You're a horrible person.
James, not everybody that will argue with you is going to be a troll. Okay? You got to learn that. There's going to be people that will not agree with your viewpoint, and you just have to learn to accept them. They're not trolls, they're just people who have different viewpoints.
And some of the people that were messing with you, James, I think that they didn't find you because it had anything to do with Eliana. They found you because of some of the other stuff you were posting in the middle of all your Eliana videos, and you just fed them so much good stuff to mess with you with. But really came down to the fact that nobody really cared in the beginning because you were kind of unknown, just posting your videos. But your views are outside they're on the fringe of what most people are used to. And you want to hold your views, it's fine. Tell people what they can and can't believe for the most part. But when you're putting your heart on your sleeve for all the world to potentially find, and you're feeding them, like you're feeding your thoughts on mental health, and then you post comments in your descriptions and response and replies about your diagnoses, like you put everything out there. Like, people didn't need your psychiatric record to know what your diagnoses were. Like, you posted it in comments and other videos. Like, they didn't need to know anything. They could just say they were, you know, Ileana's dad, and you'd believe it because you wanted to believe it because it
Yeah.
was better than no connection at all. Like, you were such an easy mark
Yeah, and
that
you remember the gag that I pulled way back in the beginning of my videos when I did the breaking news interview with Galina's father, because I
yeah,
knew, something in my mind said Galina's father doesn't need a name except
mm,
Galina's father, kind of
yeah,
thing.
and like,
Yeah, and that's perfect. It's exactly what James would, be dipshit enough to believe. So,
and people just started scouring the internet for your posts and your reviews on stuff, and saw how the terms you used on people, and then they used them back on you. I mean, you've been getting fucked with from day
mm-hmm.
one, but the people that were fucking with you originally, they had nothing to do with Ileana. It
Yeah.
just so happened that, once you came to everyone's attention and you ended up hitting the mainstream, and you got found out, and then ended up catching on, of course it comes with rapid fury compared to like the handful of people that have been messing with you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think Royce or any of them know what the fuck is. He always talks about that one guy before everyone else came along. What was his name? Chief Handler. He always mentioned that person. And Tig Manson. It's like, I don't think any of them had anything to do with any of these streamers. I think they're just independent people who didn't like your fucking views, and then they saw that you were wearing your heart on your sleeve, so they just used your vulnerabilities against you because you left them all there.
Yeah.
You left them all out there for the world to see.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't easy to get. It's not hard to get under your skin, James. You leave everything there.
Oh, it
Every
does.
piece shred of information that someone needs to get your goat, you just leave it for people, and you didn't protect yourself on the internet. You didn't protect anything. You didn't have any semblance of anonymity, and you're telling the world on your YouTube how much you love this girl. And then you bring her name into it and decide to like say, I'm gonna say her name because I want the world to know I love Ileana Moreno. So once you give a name, fucking everybody's gonna find her and they're gonna figure it out. It's like
You
that's
know
how
what?
Royce found her. Royce found her just because of you. It's your fucking fault that Royce found her, not anybody else's. She didn't go seek them out.
I'm glad I never went that route of crazy with my own crushes. So I'm just glad that, I had the presence of mind to just say, you know what, just don't say anything about it. Just leave it be, kind of thing. And that's
You now
what you need to do, James. That's
now
what you need to do.
imagine Vance, imagine if you were doing these kinds of videos back then. The amount of material that some bully could use to just fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know,
That's why
he doesn't realize that this isn't like a conspiracy, and that the vast majority of the people that he thinks were involved with Eliana, like they weren't. That those I will give him that. Those trolls worked him so hard.
hmm,
Doesn't take much to work him up, but they invested in working him up because they just hated his viewpoints. They hated his viewpoints. They had nothing to do with Eliana. They just hated you know, his fascist bullshit and his white national socialist stuff and his Satanist bullshit. They just didn't like his views, his racist bullshit. Like they didn't like his views on anything, and he was
he's a
he ended up probably in
he's a
yeah, go ahead.
pretender. He's a pretender white nationalist. So he's the kind that, if he does make it to somehow to like a white nationalist rally, he's going to be the wallflower. And everybody's just going to be like, who the fuck is the FBI informant? Kind of thing. They're going to look at him like he's an FBI informant for things. So,
James,
ah,
if hardcore Nazis saw you simping over an Argentinian woman, they would be welcome into that party either. Like,
yeah. Oh, James.
You didn't deserve my friendship when you had my friendship. You were a very inconsiderate friend of mine when I was your friend. Okay? Compared to me. I was very, very much more concerned with our friendship. You don't care about me, do you? You never did. You claimed to. You're the one that said we were good friends. That came out of your mouth, not my mouth. You're the one that said that. You lied to me when you said we were friends. That doesn't matter to you, does it? Nothing matters to you. As long as you get your way, as long as you can feel important, as long as you can think that other people are caring about you. I'm the only person that truly cared about you, and that's what's so sad about it.
James, you keep pretending that you're the only person that cared about Eliana when you confuse care with controlling. You confuse care with, aggressive domination and control of a person that you think is going to love you back for that.
and James, if you really were the only person in her life and she did come to you, you'd make sure that forever you were the only person in her life. You would never let her have another friend. You
Yeah.
would never let her have another friend. You would never, unless she brought another woman into your life for you to breed with. Other than that, you wouldn't want her to have any friends. She sure shit wouldn't have any male friends, according to you. You're a jealous person, and she could never even talk to another man. She couldn't even look in another man's direction without you having a freak out tantrum. So let's just call a spade here. Let's just cut the bullshit and say that you're also a liar. And one of the things that irritates me, James, more than anything, well, probably why I'm a little more vocal and mean spirited, is because in some of your videos, like you reference her as like, I thought of you like a little sister. You know how disgusting that is? Like, I have sisters. I would never send them memes of Incan princess cosplay of like dressed in like nothing and say this would look good on you. Like that just makes it even creepier. You
Yeah.
can't tell somebody like you're my friend like a little sister and in the same vein hit on them aggressively and perversely. That is a bigger nail in the coffin. You
Hmm.
want to talk about a turn? You want to talk about a turn off, James? Tell a girl that you remind of your sister and then try to have sex with them.
James. All right, let me get back to the video.
You don't even recognize who cares about you and who cared about you and who would have done anything for you. I would have done anything for you up until this point. When I saw you on Daywave again, I'm going to be honest. Any friendship that we used to have is gone, and I don't want it back.
You've said that, Jimmy, but you know what? And this is a fresh video that I have not seen. We are premiering it straight on the LolCow Ranch, but I guarantee you, what do you want to bet that he's going to still say some bullshit like, I'll always care about you. You'll always be my friend. You can never make me stop caring about you. That kind of bullshit. He's as predictable as the fucking weather at this point. All right.
Because you never wanted my friendship, did you? You're a liar. Do you remember when I caught you making fun of me with your Hispanic friends, and I caught you, and then you acted like you go, well, that's not who I am, and it hurts my feelings that you would even think I'm that way. Well, what are you doing this whole time? You're doing exactly that. You're making fun of me with people that you think are the cool kids when they're really just a bunch of obese dorks. You're a fool. You're a fool. You threw out my friendship to be friends with these people that would backstab you in a second. They don't care about you. But you don't care whether they care about you or not because they're cool. They're not cool. They're grown men that are acting like teenagers, and that's what you think's cool. You deserve none of my sympathy. You deserve none of my time. And you know what? After this video, I won't be making videos about you. I'll put things in my community tab, but you don't deserve me to waste any more breath on you.
Randolph, pause it.
Yeah, I did.
All right, let's just take what he just said right there. I will not be making any more videos. Spoiler alert, he just posted another one just now.
Are you fucking kidding me? I gotta do more fucking work and download another video? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh,
It's only 4 minutes, and I'm literally not going to say a word through it because I'm just going to let it run because that just speaks for itself tonight. Because it's like
no, no. You know what? This is James. He wants us to take a look at his bullshit video. So yeah, I've got to do a little bit more work on this. See, you never deserve my friendship. We've done with that one. Grab this other. Jimmy, you are really, really upset tonight, aren't you? What do you call this one? Will I stop making videos about my slow-witted friend? Maybe and maybe not, depending on my mood. Oh my goodness, Jimmy! I thought we were gonna done. You know what, Jimmy? I have to bump Andrew Ditch now to tomorrow afternoon because of you. So we're sorry. Apologies to Andrew Ditch. We simply ran out of time. Just to reuse a corny Jimmy Kimmel, Matt Damon joke there. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to finish the rest of this video, and then we're going to go to Will I Stop Making More
You were a horrible person, you were a horrible friend, and you have continued to be the worst possible friend I've ever had. You want to say that I was trying to destroy your life? No, 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 no. Obviously, what we see here is there's only one person trying to destroy someone's life, and that's you trying to destroy my life with your lies. You've done nothing but lie about me. I have witnesses that you've lied about me, and I'll be down. I will be down in Argentina, and I'll be down in March. I won't tell you when. I won't tell you where, because you don't want to know, and you don't care. So, whatever.
Jimmy just doesn't know when to quit, does he? Okay, so what was the name of this video here? Will I Stop? All right. Will you stop? No, you won't. You just love to keep going. You are like the Energizer Bunny of creepy internet stalkers. You just keep going and going and going. And that I would love to see like an Energizer Bunny from like the 80s, but the face is photoshopped. It already looks almost enough like James to where just a little bit of tweaking you could make it look like James Robert Clark. The Energizer Bunny, but with James Robert Clark's, kind of cartoonish bunny face. Could somebody make this happen, please? I think. All right.
So, some halfwit had the audacity to ask me if I was done making videos about my former friend.
Are Do you suppose he's talking about us? Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy, what in the hell has gotten into you tonight? Oh, right. It's probably the booze. So.
Well, he's just at a point now where it's just I am not going to listen to anyone, and I'm just going to do the opposite. And I'm just going to, if people say, stop making videos, I'm just going to post nonsense for the sake of nonsense because now I'm angry
Yeah.
and I have no control over the situation and I'm pissed. So now I think I'm going to do this to make people pissed. That's just, now it's just about reclaiming some power, and it's just not working very well.
No, it's not, because every video that he puts up thinking that he's going to get the upper hand, we just knock him back down because we got the high ground on this, Anakin.
And she's my former friend because she wants to not acknowledge that we were friends ever. That kind of behavior, I can't really forgive that. You can only forgive somebody so many times for the same thing before you realize they're worthless. And she's worthless. She's nothing to me at this point. So, what you people don't understand is you don't tell me what to do. I don't care who you are. You don't tell me what to do. She doesn't tell me what to do.
All right, James. You can make videos. You can not make videos. Doesn't matter. That's your choice. But here's my choice. If you make videos, my choice is to put them on the LolCow Ranch. And if you don't make videos, then I don't have anything to put on the LolCow Ranch, do I? So if you choose to make this content, other people will choose to use it and pick you apart for it. That's the simplest rule. Rule number 1 on the LolCow Ranch.
There was a time when I might have done things for her because I cared about her. That time's gone. That's long gone. Now, regarding my statement that I would probably stop making videos about her, that was more for myself. I'm tired of wasting my breath on her. Seriously, she's not worth my breath. And it's about time I start making.
Oh, James. He What do you want to bet he'll have another video by the time we finish with this one? What do you want to bet there'll be another video?
At
James,
this rate, by the time you wake up in the morning, there'll be about 50 more.
I think that there will be. James, at this point, it's easier for you to just join us in the Discord. ASDSS will put you from the waiting room into the on the air. We will let you talk one-on-one with us. We will give you a voice, and we will not pick you apart with our bullshit. We will let you say your piece. Okay, James? Come into the Discord. If you're this angry, then come into the Discord and talk to us. Okay? You had the choice to come, to talk to Royce Lopez, and you just choose to hang up on him and turn your phone off. Well, James, if you turn off your phone on this one, then you're just going to turn your phone off to everything. You're going to be closing your lines of communication on everything. Okay, James? All right. Doors open, James, for you to come into the Discord. All right? It's right there. That's a permanent link for the Discord. All right.
Making videos for my actual viewers instead of you morons. Okay? But she's not worth my time, my breath. She's not worth anything to me. Okay? She's worthless. She's a useless, worthless tramp. Like I was warned by everybody, but I refused to listen to them. The funny thing is, and I will continue to make videos about her if I feel like it, that you have no legal grounds to stop me.
No, you're right. We have no legal grounds to stop you, but then again, it just makes you look that much more creepier by continuing to make videos. So,
James, nobody cares if you make your videos. I mean, we're trying to reach out to you to try to help you move past this obsession because it obviously is affecting you physically, 100% affecting you emotionally. That's it. If you want to keep making your videos, that's fine. But all we're saying is that your videos are falling on deaf ears because today, Eliana's like, I've moved on, and she's not looking back and even considering even wanting to hear your voice ever again. So, these are messages in bottles that are never going to reach the fucking shore. That's just what they are now.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right, let's get back to the video here.
Okay? But the fact is, what I find so humorous is her imbecilic boyfriend, if that is her boyfriend. I think it's a scam. I really do, because that's not the same dude that's her friend on Facebook, and that's not the same dude that she's linked in with on LinkedIn that goes by.
James, you know
But
what?
I'm not a stalker.
People don't believe that was actually me doing the portrait mode parody of James's videos because they thought that I was using some kind of filter or some kind of like CG to it. And I'm like, no, all I did was just take a shower, just comb my hair into the Shemp style, and just kind of do a little deepness to my voice, kind of thing.
Eliana emerged from anonymity with a man, and I went on the hunt to find out everything I could about this man so I could pick him apart on my own videos. But I am in no way, shape, or form a stalker. I'm just a really, really good friend trying to protect the love of my life.
James,
James.
I'm trying to protect you. You're the love of my life, remember? I told you this 2 hours and 36 minutes ago, that you were the love of my life. Okay, James?
That name. I think that dude wised up and told her to beat it. Said he wasn't going through with it. Now, as far as what I think is so humorous is that dude can actually sit there with a straight face and talk to Mr. Lopez, while Mr. Lopez referred to my friend's body, as Argentine milkies, and referred to, and certain people said that her rectum smelled like tortillas, and all this stuff. Oh, these are jokes. No, they're not jokes. You're objectifying her body in the most disgusting ways possible, because you're a bunch of disgusting pigs. And it's funny, he can sit there with a straight face and allow them, he doesn't call them out for that crap, but he wants to call me out for being her friend. Okay? That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. And you know what? He gets everything he deserves. If he really thinks that she's a decent person, he'll find out just like I did what a decent person she is. She is not a decent person by any stretch of the imagination. You'll get what you had coming to you. She's a terrible person. She'll do to you what she did to me. That's all you need to keep in mind. Okay, she is not a very nice person. But, I'll keep making videos about her. There's nothing that anybody can do to stop me. In fact, if anything, I have more reasons to make the videos now. The only reason I had stopped temporarily making videos about her was because I was upsetting her. She said that it was in the comment section in one of her videos, and my ex informed me, that she was upset and having panic attacks, and I should probably stop if I cared about her. Well, clearly I don't care about her anymore. That's her doing. So, really, if anything, I should go on a free-for-all making videos. But in all honesty, the reason I'm stopping making videos isn't because of her. I don't care about her. She did that. She made me not care about her. The reason I plan on not making at least as many videos about her is because it's not fair to my regular viewers that have miraculously stuck by me through this whole nonsense. I don't care about her at all anymore. She wants to not acknowledge my friendship with her after 3 or 4 years of friendship with her. It doesn't even matter to her. I was there for her through everything. Doesn't matter to her. According to her, we were never friends, and she feels the need to reiterate that over and over again.
Yes, okay? She does.
Yep. Yes, she does. Over and over again. Yeah. I wish I had a Stream Deck. Because those things are sweet. I bet. Oh. I would program, like some buttons so that James saying over and over and over again, and Mary saying over and over and over again, and Andrew Ditrch saying, "You think I'm retarded? Think again," kind of thing.
For James, you could have 100 buttons, and then one would be something he says, 2 would be the complete opposite 5 minutes later, and then 3 would be something he said, and 4 would be the complete opposite 2 seconds later.
Yeah, I'm a
You
Satanist.
could
I'm a
you,
scientific pantheist kind of thing. Yeah, that kind of bullshit. So,
a scientific, and just for anybody that's even listening to us anymore, a scientific pantheist is basically a Satanist with more steps. That's all it is.
yeah, yeah, James. That shit confuses Scientologists. Okay, okay. Let's get back
So
to the
that's her
video.
choice. I'm not going to do a damn thing for her ever again. So if anything, I might actually make more videos about her. Constantly. Boom, 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 boom. Video, 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 video. Maybe that's...
Oh, James, you know what? If I don't cover them, everybody else will. So go ahead, make those rapid fire videos like you're wanting, James.
James, I think if for the for the handful of people that actually came to your channel, not for the shit show, but for the things they actually like and respect that you post, why would you alienate those viewers with this madness? Because they didn't come to see, your tantrums. I mean, they came to see, your vegan posts or whatever. There's people that actually like are interested in some of the stuff that you post, but then they have to listen about some girl that they don't follow, some story they don't care about. It's not how they ended up at your channel. There's a lot of people that don't give a shit. So the more you post about someone that doesn't care about you, the less people are going to care about you as well. Because for what? I mean, this there's an end to the story, and the story for most people now is kind of over. Now it's just the epilogue?
Yeah.
It's now
Uh,
it's just like, well, what happened next? And that'll be a nice brief summary instead of these long, drawn out discussions. Because now it's just gotten to the point of sheer and utter boredom. And if we stop listening to you, there's nobody. She's not. So we really posting for at this point.
James, well, actually, ASTSS, do you ever read The Stand, the expanded and abridged version that Stephen King put out, where basically he's just rewriting all of his old epilogues and saying, okay, so Randall Flagg wakes up on a beach and he's surrounded by Polynesian women. And it just occurred to me just now in that like little millisecond that I brought that up about Polynesian women. That's his thing. He must have read the abridged version of The Stand where Flagg wakes up on a beach after Las Vegas has just gotten nuked by Trash Can Man, and Flagg realizes that he's on a native island with all kinds of Polynesians, and he's like, "Well, fuck, I have no idea what the language is. Yeah, gotta make do with what I got here," kind of thing. So, yeah. James, you think you're Randall Flagg for out of The
Yes,
Stand?
he is. But I still can't get over, I thought of you like a sister who I wanted to see wearing the outfit Salma Hayek wore in Dust Till Dawn. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck, what, man?
Oh
You
boy.
look back at your own statements. I've never seen you. You have no toes left from shooting yourself in the foot so many times. You're walking around on stumps, dude.
Dude, he thinks he's Randall Flagg, and Trash Can Man would look at him and call this dude a simp. So, oh, dude, James, let's get back to your video.
what I'll do. Maybe that's what I'll do. Because I don't care about her. She did that. She did that. She did that. I was giving her the benefit of the doubt that I was upsetting her and all this. It's all a bunch of horse shit. It's a big scam like her. Big phony ass scam. I don't give a damn about her. So maybe I'll just make video after video after video after video after video for her. Maybe that's what I'll do. But that wouldn't be fair to my regular viewers, would it? But I don't care about her anymore. She forfeited all of that today when she appeared on Daywave. So, too bad. I'll just do whatever the hell I want. So, if you think you're going to tell me what to do, you're not the goddamn authorities. Okay? None of you people that think you can tell me what to do are the goddamn authorities. So stop trying to tell me what the hell to do. And if you want to send people over my apartment again, remember, I'm in complete right to defend myself. In the state of Pennsylvania, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I have many, many rights to defend myself.
Motherfucker, you are not Kyle Rittenhouse. Don't even pretend that you are. Okay? James, for one thing, you have now declared intent. So any claims that you have for self-defense are gone at this point because you have declared intent that whoever crosses your boundary into your property is going to be fired upon. James, you are the worst example of a criminal, James. So,
And I will
James, just keep make boom 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 all the videos you can, James.
Yes, please.
Make 1,000 videos.
I'll review them all.
We're asking you to make 1,000 videos, James.
I will quit my job tomorrow, James, if you do this. I will quit my job and this will be my permanent job. You will be my job, James. I will make you my job. And I'll make money.
1,000 videos.
And I'll make money at that too. So James.
Exploit the law to the fullest extent possible, and the police are on my side. And the other thing is, this is what's funny. You people are so damn dumb. When I said I used to work for the Department of Homeland Security, I used to work for the Department of Homeland Security. I got people claiming to be Australian federal police officers trying to trick me into going to the federal building in Philadelphia so they can call in fake crap. I know the scams. It's because you can't swap me at my place. I know the scams, but I'm not falling for it. When I say I used to work for the Department of Homeland Security, I actually did.
I'd like to see if we could confirm that.
He did not.
I don't think he did, but James, your background would have immediately excluded you from any kind of government job with that level of security. You would have never passed a background check for that. Okay, buddy?
Maybe as a janitor for a week.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just a moment here. Back to the video.
Unlike Mr. Lopez. Okay? I was trained by the Department of Homeland Security. Okay? I used to work for them. I know stuff. Okay? I used to be a security guard for many years. I know stuff. I used to work with law enforcement all the time. I know stuff. Okay? I don't fall for the crap. There's no way in hell an Australian federal police officer is going to contact me through frickin' Instagram, okay? And not an official means of communication. It just doesn't happen. It would never happen. So the level of stupidity you people express is outrageous. Okay? Catfishing is one thing. You're not going to trick me into thinking you're an Australian federal police officer that magically works at the federal building in Philadelphia. Not going to happen because it's not plausible. I have friends that actually work in the FBI. I do.
Agent Incerillo, I think, is he about to suggest? James?
When he said that, when he was talking, all I could think of is him just being like, I'm a man. I drink and I know things.
Oh, my goodness.
I actually do have friends that actually work for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. You forget who I actually am. You forget what I've done in my life. You people are stupid. That's all for this video.
Oh, thank goodness. And I did check to make sure he has not made any more videos on that. So, like I said, we got to bump Andrew Ditrch. We'll move him till tomorrow afternoon so we can do a more proper focused study on the last of his videos. And I will get right into Adrastia. Hatman's videos. And there's actually one. Yeah, wait one second here. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Please stand by. Oh, I know we've got 14 viewers. Just be patient. Okay, so where was it? Where was it? Damn it, there it is. Singing. Okay. I'm just going to move that there. And I'll make sure it's numbered here. Because there's one video I got to throw out on this for Drowsy, because I will not play this. It's bullshit what she tried to do. I feel bad for Johnny Mandel. And I will not play this one video. So out of the rotation that goes.
On a side note, right after that video, he's now posting all these things about, Department of Homeland Security, and Hatman just came for him. It's just like, it just keeps going.
Oh, James. Oh, you know what? Hatman's waking up. We can have him in the Discord if you'd like. So.
Oh, he said the Hat. I mean, he's really going off. He said, he goes, DHS and law enforcement, not intelligence, the USCG, Border Patrol, FEMA, and ICE are all branches of DHS, and yes, you can freely discuss your work for the most part, and certainly can admit to working for any branches of the Department of Homeland Security. But then again, what do I know? I'm not a limp wrist from England with an obsession with male tallywhackers.
Oh my goodness! You know what?
Let's take man.
Oh my goodness, James.
You know what, James? You got a good sense of humor when you're pissed.
Yeah. You are just LolCow dairy gold at this point.
He's just coming for everybody now. He's just angry.
Yeah. James, first rule of DHS, don't talk about DHS. If you work for an intelligence service or a police service, you would know full well that you don't broadcast the thing and you don't brag about it. Like everything else you do, James Robert Clark III, you talk up what you can't do and don't have. Like friends, like skills. Reality is you have nothing. And when we remember who and what you are, nothing. Actually, that's not true. You're a cancer and an inconvenience. That is all. Hatman took you down, James. Better than I could. Praise Hatman. And I'm going to go right back to Adrastia's videos. So we got some Adrastia to look at tonight. There we go.
So, people keep telling me that I look like I don't shower. But how is it possible to have dyed, maintained, shaved heads if you don't shower?
These are quick videos. These go really, really fucking quick here. But what was the point of her saying that, trying to defend that she takes a shower? I mean, I've never made any comments about her hygiene. It's Andrew Ditrch who has the fucking problem with the hygiene. And maybe James to a lesser extent, but I've never really accused Adrastia of just being, having hygiene issues. I don't know where she gets that from. So, Hatman forgot to put brains on that list. Yeah. Well, that's all right. Anyway, next video.
Right, so a couple of people have now told me that my southern accent is fake because it's stronger when I sing. I grew up in Florida, so... Right.
And that video just abruptly ends. I don't know whether her phone really is truly dying or what, but suddenly we're being flooded with a bunch of like little tiny videos, like these 15-second, not even worthy of TikTok videos. And it's weird for Adrastia. This is going to be the longest one for the day, and it's just called Singing for Dad. And I haven't even previewed it, so we're gonna be taking a fresh look at this.
So somebody commented that they think I exaggerate my southern accent when I sing because my father liked it, and that's so wrong. When I was about 4 years old, I was singing, and my father got angry at me and screamed at me and told me that if he wanted to hear singing, he would turn on the radio and hear good singing. And as a result, I stopped singing around my father until I was a teenager, probably about 15 or 16 years old. So the idea that there's anything in my singing related to because my father liked it is a little bit ridiculous because I never really let him hear me sing after being shunned by him at such a young age.
And that's it. That's it for Adrastia. So I am calling an end early to the LolCow Ranch. Normally we go like, 8, 9 hours at least, but I'm kind of tired. I want to call it an end at just under 3. ASDSS, do you have any final thoughts for this evening?
I'm pretty much done. I have expended everything I have today on this. I was not anticipating the day's events. I'm good.
Yeah, I think that uh I didn't expect to see Eliana and Daniel on Daywave, and it's like, as soon as I saw them, I was like, holy shit, there's gonna be LolCow Gold tonight. So
It was unbelievable.
yeah, I'm gonna have to retitle this episode here, James Robert Clark 3 Meltdown, and just bump Andrew Ditrch. So sorry, Andrew, you just weren't worthy of the LolCow Ranch this evening. I hate to tell you, but gotta try harder, okay, buddy? Hey, you know what? I'll let you back on the ranch when you make a react video to our video, okay, buddy? You make a react video to me, Dr. Till, ASDSS, all watching your videos. You make a react video, that gets you back on the ranch, okay? Tell you what, I'm gonna take Tuesday off tomorrow because I need a day off from some
Yeah,
some
good.
stuff. Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone in the chat. No one, no
And
one. Go ahead.
James, you will forever and always have the ability to come and have a conversation. And we will be fair and we'll be kind and we'll be objective. We will not, you know, punish you in any way, shape, or form if you want to talk. Seriously.
Yeah.
We'll give you an enormous amount of respect if you come in here, in person to have a conversation. Because it
Yeah.
seems like you at this point are really spinning off your axis and probably need one.
And
So
James, at that point, if you come into the Discord and you join us in the voice, I'll actually kind of sit back and kind of put myself in mute because I'll let kind of you and ASDSS, because he's the real star of this show. I'll be honest with you. I just kind of throw the videos together and throw the channel on the Discord, but ASDSS is the real star of this, and I would let him kind of sit down and have an honest one-to-one heart-to-heart talk with you to see if we could try to get you on the right path, buddy. Okay?
yeah. And James Vance is lying. He's the star of the show. He's the one with the truck, especially if he keeps purging out. Especially if you keep spinning off your axis. We're trying to help you whether you realize it or not.
Yeah.
Everything else has failed you, James. This is a lot of extreme, immersive, painful support and treatment. The way this has gone, because sometimes in extreme situations you need extreme responses and interventions, and this is like the entire internet trying to help give you an intervention to help you move on from something that's clearly not working and is only proven time and time again that you're wasting your time. I think everybody would love to see you move on, not because they hate you at this point, but just because, well, some people might hate you, but in the end, I think a lot of people would like to see someone happy and get past this insanity. So you can do what you want, man. I'm just trying to let you know that you only got a short amount of time on this earth, bud. This is a fool's errand.
Yep.
You really want to die of old age, still yearning for a person that you never ended up with. I mean, it just seems sad.
James, you don't want the later years of your life to be filled with all this regret for all the wasted years you had in your youth, chasing a dream that you would never ever come to pass. Okay? So,
Yeah, and my final thought on it, James, is I think that you probably would have been extremely disappointed had, your fantasy become reality, because
yeah.
reality never lives up to the fantasy.
Mhm.
So you should be kind of in a way thankful that you never ended up with her, James, because I think you would have been extremely disappointed because she just can't live. Nobody can live up to that, what you've created, and you'd find you had a lot less in common. You'd find that she's not an Incan princess sex demon. You'd find so many things that you drummed up in your head and convinced yourself was how it would go, only to find that it doesn't go that way, and you probably find an enormous amount of disappointment. So in the end, this is one of them cut your losses scenarios.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode of the LolCow Ranch. And ASDSS, I want to thank you for joining us. Everyone in the chat, thank you all as well. And James, I know you're going to be making some more videos, so I may end up having to make a Tuesday afternoon episode for you, buddy. And if you do, yeah, just keep, pow, 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 pow. Just keep on with those rapid fire videos, buddy. That gets me that much closer to the truck. Okay?